about that defense. They're going to face something unique that they've seen a little bit of this with teams in the past. You know, Lord Botetourt plays a little bit of power run, and, of course, you saw Beckley Woodrow Wilson do a form of that last week, but this is a whole different beast in the single wing. Bridgeport owned the line of scrimmage in last year's game, won that going away. Talk about Princeton defensively, how you think they'll stack up against Bridgeport here tonight.
Yeah, I know that Coach Pedigo has a lot of respect for Coach Ferris and Coach Cole and what they've done with that offense and the offensive line. And, you know, he understands it is a different animal that Princeton's going to see. You mentioned Lord Botetourt with the power run, Woodrow Wilson with the power run, Oak Hill a wing T offense, but nothing like the single wing. Princeton, I know, last year really talked to some other teams from around southern West Virginia and southwestern Virginia that maybe run the single wing or have seen the single wing. It's very unique, and like you said, it starts up front with that Bridgeport offensive line, and Princeton tonight cannot get caught ball watching. You know, they got to know where their assignments are, where the ball is at all times, because I think that was also an issue last year.
That's Wes McKinney, play-by-play voice of the Princeton Tigers.
At Bridgeport Express Care, your health is our pride. Bridgeport Express Care strives on offering the highest quality, affordable health care in the area. Bridgeport Express Care services include urgent care, family medicine, sports medicine, and occupational medicine, along with your basic wellness and health prevention to keep you and your whole family healthy and strong. For an appointment, stop by our facility located on Johnson Avenue in Bridgeport or call 304-842-3330 or online at bridgeportexpresscare.com.
Whether it's getting the kiddos to school,
I love you. Bye, Mom.
or taking it off-road and uphill.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, woo. Yeah, woohoo. Yeah, yeah, baby.
We've got the right tires for you.
Stop by a Glotfelty Tire Center and talk to one of our tire pros with locations in Bridgeport, Parkersburg, and Elkins.
When it comes to legal problems, the answer is not always easy. That's why you need a law firm with experience. Attorney Bob Greer of Greer Law Offices in Bridgeport has over 25 years' experience dealing with a variety of law, litigation, estate planning, wills, trust, property law, and business transactions. Put experience on your side with Greer Law Offices, Philadelphia Avenue in Bridgeport, 304-842-8090 or GreerLawOffices.com.
If you miss a step, it hurts. So after your surgery, don't miss the very important step of physical. Miss a step. Come see us.
Bridgeport Physical Therapy is here to help you regain your mobility and strength after surgery. Physical therapy is a necessary step to restored health that you just can't miss. Make an appointment with Bridgeport Physical Therapy, located in Bridgeport and White Oaks.
Time to connect with the Indians. Presented by Bridgeport Physical Therapy with 2 locations, West Main Street and now at White Oaks.
All right, welcome back. Connect with the Indians brought to you by ConnectBridgeport.com. Travis and Chris in the booth. Let's talk about a couple of things Indians related in this segment, Chris. And let's start first with what this team worked on during the off week. You saw a little more passing in practice this week than we've seen, and we know that coming into the end of the regular season, into the postseason, that's something that Bridgeport wants to sharpen.
Yeah, I think let's face it, they're not going to come out here and throw the ball 15 times, but they're practiced that when they need to go to a pass play or want to go to a pass play, that they're trying to execute that so it'll work. Did a lot of motion with the wing back coming through, and they ran that wheel route. We saw that against Robert C. Byrd. They also used that same jet motion with the wing and would throw to a tight end running straight down one of the hashes, and it was open as well. So they also used a nice little play where they lined their backs out a little bit towards the tackle or weak side guard, and they'd pitch it, and they'd run around, and then that gives the option for Phil Reed to throw the football. So something they worked on in practice. I don't think we're going to see it more 3 or 4 times a game, but they want to try to execute it better there so they can do it during game day.
All right, here's the other thing. I think the Preston and the off week has helped this team. You look at numbers of carries. Zach Rohrig has carried the ball 99 times coming into tonight's game. And keep in mind that he has only played in 5 games. So that is a lot of carries in 5 games. So only got 3 at Preston, so essentially that was an off week, and then he gets an off week. I'll be curious to see how fresh these backs are.
Yeah, a lot of carries, and I think the offense, you get to that second and third level for your blocks, I think you're going to see the yardage increase for Roy. You're going to see those longer runs break off. We saw this offense really take off around this time last year into the playoffs. It was a well-oiled machine, and I think that's what this coaching staff is expecting here, is to maybe start tonight after the bye week and roll it on through the season.
The Bridgeport marching band has formed a tunnel leading to the tunnel downstairs to the Bridgeport locker room. The Indians will emerge momentarily. We'll have the starting lineups, the opening coin toss and kickoff from Wayne Jamison Field on homecoming night after this timeout. Indians football continues on the home of the Indians.
Quality Machine of Bridgeport presents the Indians warm-up prior to every broadcast of Indians football.
It's exciting, isn't it?
Stay tuned. The kickoff is next on the 103.3 WKMZ Indians Radio Network.
Game day got you on the go? We get it. GoMart is here to keep you going all season long with stores throughout our home state. We're a proud West Virginia-owned company, and our friendly staff is committed to serving our communities. From fuel to freshly brewed coffee and snacks, a stop at GoMart to cover your game day needs is always a touchdown. Plus, GoMart Rewards members earn points with each purchase to redeem for discounts on gas and free items. So stop by, start saving, and stay on the go with GoMart.
Looking for a place to grab lunch or dinner? Or how about hang with friends? Or even watch the big game? Head to Brickside Bar and Grill in Bridgeport, where the locals hang out. Brickside offers a full menu and bar, daily food and drink specials, outdoor patio along with weekend entertainment, and don't miss bingo every Sunday from 3 to 5. Brickside also offers a private banquet room for private parties. For more information, call 848-2094 or online at BricksideBarandGrill.com.
They're not just roads you drive on, or the smooth paths your family rides bikes on, or the highways that take you across this great nation. At JF Allen, they're not just asphalt. They're the framework that connects neighborhoods to cities, that bring us together and make us stronger. With unmatched services, materials, and supplies, the JF Allen team is the best in the industry. For all your paving needs, call JF Allen at 304-472-8890 or go to jfallenco.com.
Did you know there's a place where you can get good neighbor service and surprisingly great rates on home and auto insurance? Yep, and that place is State Farm. Here's the deal. State Farm agent Chad Reppert is your go-to agent in Bridgeport for the service you deserve at the price you want. So stop shopping around. State Farm agent Chad Reppert has you covered. Call 304-381-3276 for your surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individuals' premiums will vary by customers. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
This broadcast of Indians football is solely intended for our listening audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of the descriptions and accounts of tonight's game are prohibited without written consent from WKMZ-FM. The announcers on this broadcast are employed by WVRC Media and approved by Bridgeport High School.
All right, let's check the starters tonight. Let's go Bridgeport defense. This unit giving up just 13 points per game and just a shade under 10 first downs per contest. And we'll focus up front where you find Aiden Sparks, the junior defensive end. Kamar Summers at the left tackle. Bo Ford is the right tackle. And Bridgeport will rotate on that right defensive end position. We'll see Mario Galindo get the start, the senior, but we'll also see Parker Vincent, a senior, rotate in there at the right end position. Linebackers for Bridgeport in the middle. You've got Phil Reed, Ryan Hall flanked to his right. To his left is 41 Cam Hess. Back in for Bridgeport tonight. Corners, Cale Colasurto, the junior, Ty Martin, the senior, and the safeties are Charlie Brazier, a senior, and Josh Love, who is a sophomore.
Brazier at linebacker on the outside, and Ryan Hall at defensive end too. So a little mix and match, get some speed on there on the front line.
All right, Princeton Tigers again 4-2 on the season. Grant Cochran is their starting quarterback, 6'5", 220, and a senior. He's thrown for 1,100 yards, 16 touchdowns against 4 interceptions. Had a $140, 1 touchdown last year in the Bridgeport win down in Princeton. Running back. Heard Wes McKinney talk about him. Came out for this season, his sophomore year. Marquel Lowe has rushed for 689 yards and 11 touchdowns, so that's 114 yards per game.
Yeah, Brody Rice, last year's starter, will still get some time. They're about equal carries, but it's Lowe who has the big play threat.
Yeah, Rice had 42 yards against Bridgeport a year ago. Receivers, they've got a slew. Dom Collins is where you start. 36 catches. 11 of those have gone for touchdowns. 689 yards on the season. Only had 2 catches last year against Bridgeport. Carter Meacham is a senior, 11 catches on the season. Marvonian Howard, 11 catches on the year. Brad Mosser is a freshman, and how about him? 18 catches, a touchdown, 232 yards, and also Nick Fleming's a good-looking kid, 6'2", 215, and a junior, 6 catches, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
They're Hyle Mosser, a freshman. They also have a freshman starts on the offensive line at left guard, and Damian Thomas. So, yeah, there's 2 freshmen there they like.
Yeah, and you mentioned Eli Campbell in your interview. He's had an outstanding junior season, All-State last year, 6'3", 285. So up front, they go senior. Freshman is Damian Thomas. Chase Smith's the junior center. Campbell at right guard. And Mason Brookman is a 6'1", 250-pound senior.
But they've been unsettled on the left side of their offensive line. They moved the freshman tackle over to guard, and they moved up Bradford Hurt, the left tackle, who has been a backup all year. So maybe that's where we can expose them there on their left side of the offensive line.
All right, captains are out. We will have the result of the coin toss and kickoff from Wayne Jamison Field, Week 8, coming your way next on the home of the Indians.
At Quality Machine Company of Bridgeport, we solve problems. We're your local provider for welding, custom fabrication, machining, structural steel sales, and all types of heavy equipment and industrial repairs. Whether your business is coal, oil and gas, construction, excavating, timber, or manufacturing, Quality Machine has a solution for you and your team. We're just a few miles east of Bridgeport on Route 50. Quality Machine, if man made it, quality can fix it. QualityMachineInc.com.
Why shop the rest when you can buy from the best? You already know the most reliable parts for your car, truck, SUV, or heavy-duty needs are at Napa. You already know the friendly, knowledgeable parts professionals are at Napa. So that leaves one question. Why are you not at Napa? Shop your locally owned, nationally known Napa store today. Qualified parts, helpful people. That's the Napa know-how.
To find a Napa location near you, visit mtowernapa.com.
Bridgeport Indians Radio Network is on the air.
Over the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There goes Lord. He won't be touched. Midfield, 40, down to the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, into the end zone. It is a touchdown.
7-time winner of the best high school sports broadcast by the West Virginia Broadcasters Association.
Snapping an inside give back to Brazier, and he ping-pongs his way off the defender into the end zone for the touchdown. Turn to go onside kick. It's a loose ball. It's caught. Great job. Taylor Thomas kicked it. Taylor Thomas recovers it at the 31-yard line, and how about that?
Now, with the call of tonight's game from the Gomart broadcast booth. Go for good times. Go for Gomart. Here's Brett Kimball, Chris George, and in his 30th season as the voice of the Indians, Travis Jones.
Homecoming night, Bridgeport has won the toss and elected to take the football first, so the Tribe will have it to get this one underway.
Yeah, just like we like it. We want the football first to establish the momentum of the game, and work from in front always works with this offense.
Yeah, we talked about time of possession and how important that could be in this game tonight, as it was at Parkersburg South.
Yeah, it really was, especially against the Patriots. And again, getting them off the field. Don't make 3rd and long a priority like it was against Park South.
Kickoff for Princeton. Casey Gesso is the kickoff man, and he'll take the football at the 40-yard line and kick it from right to left to get this one underway.
Special teams may play big in this one as well. We've seen improvements from the special teams. We've had some good returns all year, especially with Josh Love.
Back deep, Zach Rohrig going to be back deep for Bridgeport at the 9-yard line, along with Ty Martin.
And that's the first time we've seen Roy back deep in a while, Travis. That could be key.
I guess so is ready, and we are ready. Second overall meeting between Bridgeport and the Princeton Tigers. And on the run-up, here comes the kick end over end, and ranging back is going to be Rohrig at the 4-yard line. Over the 5-15, center of the field he comes, 20, 25, 30, 35, just tripped up at the 35 to the 38. yard line. So a great return of 34 yards. And how about Grant Cochran, their quarterback, with the trip up and the touchdown saving tackle as he was just starting to get rolling there.
And we're going to see Cochran some more defense tonight as well at one of those linebacker positions. And if it wasn't for Cochran's trip up, he would have took it 90 plus for a touchdown.
Put that football at the 36-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Indians, moving from left to right to start this football game. It's Charlie Brazier in the wing. The blocking back is Ryan Hall, Phil Reed, and Rohrig in the backfield on 1st and 10. Snap back to Zach. He runs to the right side, 40, and he was an ankle tackle away from being off to the races, tripped up on the play by Brad Mosser, but it's a gain out to the 43-yard line, a 7-yard pickup on 1st down.
Again, 6-3-2. We've been seeing it all year long. They have 4 defensive linemen, 2 outside backers to their left and right, and those 2 deep safeties. We've seen this defensive front most of the year.
2nd down and 3. Ball marked on the near side hash. Got Kamar Summers, Mario Galindo, Quinn D'Amato's the center, Bo Ford, and Ryan Jones, the starting offensive front for the Tribe. 2nd down and 3. Snap back. Here comes Phil. He rumbles for a 1st down out to the 48-yard line of Bridgeport, where he's tripped up by Brian Rode. The 5'9", 175 senior gets him off his feet at the 48-yard line, but that's a Bridgeport 1st down.
I like early on this offensive line, good low pad level, driving forward, moving that line of scrimmage back.
Reed will come in with the play call. Rohrig comes to the sideline, and they're going to put Ryan Hall into the backfield. He is carried just 11 times on the season.
And Donovan Williams, the sophomore, at the blocking back position.
On 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. Snap back to Ryan Hall, and he hits the pile and picks up a yard, and that's it. So nowhere to run off that right side for Ryan Hall. Who again, primarily the blocking back, but he's a young guy that has played pretty much every position outside of wing in that backfield and has played on the offensive line at times.
They've worked some at Donovan Williams. I mentioned also John Bender some at the blocking back position in practice this week.
All right, 2nd down and 9. Ball near midfield, counter for Rohrig, and it's bottled up, and he is going to lose yardage. Maybe a half-yard gained after they spot it, but nothing happened in there as Bridgeport defeated right at the point of attack. So quick adjustment there from Princeton. Eli Campbell was first on the scene to make the hit. It's 3rd down and 9.
And Camarion Prophet also shooting in there. If he gets something going to the outside here, we got him sucked up inside and see what we can do here on 3rd down.
9:25 remaining. Opening quarter, opening drive. Indians looking at a 3rd down and 9. Snap to Rohrig. He's going to take off and run far sideline. Picks up a block. There's a flag comes in, and Rohrig's going to run out of bounds. It'll be a 1st down, but it's going to come back on a holding penalty.
Yeah, I believe it's Cam Hess, I'm afraid. And that's what got Rohrig around the edge. They went to the weak side guard position, left guard side. And there's a hold against Bridgeport, so they'll move them back, and that flag was at the original line of scrimmage. So that moves it back to the 39-yard line, so they're going to have to get out to the Princeton 43 for the 1st down. We have, so 3rd and long, so to speak, here.
Yeah, about 3rd and 19. And, you know, Tyler Ferris, if you're in 4th and anything that's manageable, he'd go for it no matter where the ball is on the field. But 3rd and 19 might be a little bit to ask. Snap back to Rohrig. Rohrig gets spun and falls forward out to the 42-yard line, so picks up 3 yards, and the Indians will have to punt for just the 8th time on the season. As Taylor Thomas will come on, so 2 plays. Indians churn out a 1st down, but Princeton is able to tighten it up, and the Indians pay the price on a holding penalty.
Yeah, that defensive play on 1st down to 2nd and 9 was really what started that drive failure for Bridgeport, and a penalty.
Taylor Thomas standing back at the 30-yard line. Snap is back, and Taylor gets it out of there. It's a short but high, non-returnable kick. Indians need a bounce. They get it inside the 20, inside the 15, bounding to the 10. So exactly what you needed from Taylor Thomas there. And the Bridgeport Indians with a nice punt from Thomas. Get you the number here in a moment. 8:29 remaining in the opening quarter. And Princeton will have the ball, but Bridgeport backs them up to their own 10-yard line.
47 yards on the punt.
That is a season long for Taylor Thomas. Season long had been 43.
Well-rested punter, too. He hasn't punted in a while.
1st and 10 from the 10-yard line. Cochran in the shotgun, standing back at the 5-yard line. Has Lowe to his left, takes the snap, throws it out quickly. It is caught, and a tackle is made by Charlie Brazier at the 14-yard line. On a 4-yard gain, Colasurto had the first crack at him on the pass out to Dom Collar, make that Carter Meacham. And Brazier came over and finished him off after a short gain.
Get a little wide receiver screen to the field side, and that's some of their running game is those screens.
All right, 2nd down, 6. Clock hits 8 minutes, opening quarter. Twin receivers both ways. Snap back inside, give to Lowe, and Lowe trying to get to the outside, and Josh Love will pull him down along with Aiden Sparks, short of the first down. Give him the 19. It's going to be 3rd down at a yard. So Bridgeport's defense, 3rd and short, but the Indians have been good on 3rd down defense this season, giving up just 31%. Lowe's got some speed, just a sophomore. He's able to skirt the corner. Let's see if Lowe gets this one out of the pistol as Cochran now puts him to his left on 3rd down and about a yard. Snap back, Cochran's going to throw for it. Now he's going to tuck and try to get to the outside, and he's not going to get there. Cam Hess rides him down, far sideline. Also in hot pursuit was Sparks. Kamar Summers in the area, and that's going to be a loss on the play. It's 4th down, all the way back to the 15, make it 16-yard line.
They tried to come back to the same play they ran on 1st down. That wide receiver screen to Meacham, but it was covered up, so then he had to decide to tuck it and try to run for it to his right. He strung it out on the play and got him for a loss.
All right, standing back at the 2-yard line is the punter. And that's Giacomo, and he's going to punt it out of there. Ty Martin fields it on the run, 45-40, far sideline, 35, and he'll scoot out at the Princeton 33-yard line. So the Indians will have it 1st down and 10. Excellent starting field position. 7:02 to play in the opening quarter in a scoreless football game. Hillbilly Hatchets, great fun for the whole family. 8 throwing lanes available with digital scoring targets and delicious Tosillo's Pizza. They do parties. Stop by Route 50 East behind Reap Graphics or visit hillbillyhatchets.com. All right, field flip, Chris, so this is where you take advantage.
Yeah, you do. You got it at your 33-yard line. You got to count this in the points.
At 1st and 10, here comes the toss out to Rourke. Nice cut, 30, 25, 20, foot race, Lowe's chasing, shoves him out of bounds at the 6. Actually stepped him out at the 7. That little buck lateral sweep to Rourke, and he was able to put his foot in the ground and go. Marquel Lowe is the only player on the field that could chase him down, and he did. Shoved him out at the 7, 1st and goal Indians.
Yeah, gain of 26 yards for Zach, and they've been working the middle, and that time little sweep to the right off the buck lateral pitch works a lot. Good execution, too, of that pitch.
Snap, and Phil Reed falls in there for about 2 yards to the 5. Tackled by Marquel Lowe.
Tell you what, they're doing a good job in the middle there, really firing off the football and getting low, and not much running room there for Phil.
Guys, what they're doing on the weak side of that line is they're stimming, and they're changing it up every time, so it's confusing our linemen to know what guy to block.
2nd and goal, ball at the 5. Indians working towards the Simpson Creek end of the stadium. There's an inside give to Charlie Brazier, and he dives to the goal line, and he is going to be marked just short. They'll put his knee down. No, this official calls a touchdown. One official called him down. The near side official called him in. And it's going to be a touchdown for Charlie Brazier with 6:09 to play in the opening quarter. The Indians use the excellent starting field position and score on a 33-yard drive.
We've watched that play work a lot this year as they bring it back to the wing back from the right towards the left. He found a little crease in there for the 5-yard run.
All right, here comes the extra point attempt from Taylor Thomas at the post to the right. And the snap is back. The hold is down. The kick from Taylor is up, and it sneaks through the upright, and it is good. And the Bridgeport Indians score on their second drive of the night to take a 7-0 lead on the Princeton Tigers. 6:09 remaining in the opening quarter as you listen to Indians football on the home of the Tribe.
If you miss a step, it hurts. So after your surgery, don't miss the very important step of physical therapy to improve range of motion, strengthen muscles, and reduce pain, among other benefits. Don't miss a step. Come see us.
Bridgeport Physical Therapy is here to help you regain your mobility and strength after surgery. Physical therapy is a necessary step to restored health that you just can't miss. Make an appointment with Bridgeport Physical Therapy, located in Bridgeport and White Oaks.
Bridgeport in the end zone. Nice punt return from Ty Martin. Of course, it was all set up by the defense. Princeton had a 3rd and a yard, and Bridgeport sacked Cochran on the play that forced that punt. Indians ready to go back to work here defensively, up 7-0 with 6:09 remaining in the opening quarter.
What we had to do, we took advantage of the short field after our defense forced the sack of Cochran, and we went down and scored. That's what you want to do. That's like a turnover there, Travis. We made it count.
All right, Dom Collins deep to receive, along with Lowe. Here's the run up and the kick from Taylor Thomas, and it is a skipper that is muffed at the 20, but picked up. Returned to the 25, out to the 30, tackled at the 31-yard line was Brad Mosser on that kickoff return, and he was tackled down on the play. Josh Love was in the area along with John Bender and Phil Reed. And Princeton back to work after a 3-and-punt on their opening possession as Grant Cochran went on drive 1 for 1. It's 6:03 remaining in the opening quarter here on homecoming Friday night in Bridgeport. Dom Collins is out wide near side us.
And they got bracket coverage on him.
There's an inside give to Lowe, finds a little seam, and he will drag Josh Love forward to the 38-yard line. So nice run there for Marquell Lowe, 5'10", goes 185, and a sophomore.
And he ran over Eli Campbell. That's their guy. He's getting some Division I interest, only a junior, and they'll run over his side a lot with that inside zone.
Yeah, can't give up the 8 yards, that's for sure.
No,
on first down. That's not what you're looking for on the ground game. Second down to give again to Lowe. Lowe bobbles the ball as he comes through the line, breaking tackles, and comes out to the 50, leaving Indians in his wake. Finished off by Rohrg right at the 50-yard line, but that'll move the sticks and a first down for Princeton on back-to-back runs.
Yeah, inside zone again. This time he cut back to the left where he saw the seam, and he gets 12.
Now Indians coming off an off week, and so far the tackling is coming off the off week too. It's not been crisp.
Yeah, that's something you do get concerned with.
1st and 10, ball midfield. Indians show blitz, and they came too soon as Kamar Summers will be in the neutral zone. So he'll get tagged on the encroachment penalty on Bridgeport. He had help, had a teammate coming with him.
It's the D.
All right, 5-yard mark off. We'll take the ball down to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, that's the one thing you want to do with any kind of spread offense. You have to stop the run first because the run game always makes that even better if they can control the line of scrimmage with that.
All right, 1st and 5 from the 45 of Bridgeport. Cochran takes the snap, and he's going to go deep, and it is floating into the air. It is incomplete. Trying to run over it was Dom Collins on a go route up the near sideline, and he had beaten the coverage of Kel Colasurto, but that ball slightly thrown to the sideline side as opposed to the numbers, and that's where he was.
Yeah, and it kind of came out of his hand awkward. Looked like a duck in the air, and Collins tried to adjust to it and could not.
So they take a shot on 2nd down, or 1st and short. Now it's 2nd down and 5. Clock at 4:49 opening quarter. Bridgeport on top 7-0. Princeton with their first penetration plus side of the field on their second possession. Handoff goes to Lowe, makes a quick cut. He's loose. Lowe hit hard at the 30-yard line and dropped, but he picks up 14 yards. I'll mark him at the 31. Give Lowe credit. He got up, albeit slowly. He got pounded as he got into the secondary, and now he'll check out. Brody Rice will come in for him.
I think that was Charlie Brazier got him.
Zach Rohrig.
Rohrig instead of Rohrig. Good job, Brent.
All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 31-yard line.
Too much open space on that inside zone right now.
Okay, Rice is in. He had 42 yards against Bridgeport last season. They'll fake it to him. Cochran goes back to the air. Wide open. Collins, touchdown. That was too easy. Play action. Collins runs right by Kel Colasurto, and they come right back to that play, and Cochran connects on the touchdown, his 17th of the season, and with 4:20 to play in the opening quarter, Princeton is on the board, 7-6.
Yeah, play action fake to the running back, little RPO work, and Collins was open. Good pass, catch and run, touchdown.
Yeah, when you're passing and running the ball like they are, that play action is going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Casey Gesso will come on, the post to the left. Had to run a guy on late. And they just now started the play clock. Snap back, hold down, kick on the way, and it is up under immense pressure as Charlie Brazier got in on it, but could not come up with the block. We're tied at 7. 4:20 remaining in the opening quarter. All square here at Wayne Jamison Field. Listen to Bridgeport football in the home of the Indians.
Looking for a place to grab lunch or dinner? Or how about hang with friends? Or even watch the big game? Head to Brickside Bar and Grill in Bridgeport, where the locals hang out. Brickside offers a full menu and bar, daily food and drink specials, outdoor patio along with weekend entertainment, and don't miss bingo every Sunday from 3 to 5. Brickside also offers a private banquet room for private parties. For more information, call 848-2094 or online at bricksidebarandgrill.com.
Celebrating 30 seasons of Indians radio coverage on the WKMZ Indians Radio Network.
All right, Princeton. A couple of nice runs there from Marquel Lowe, and then the touchdown pass from Cochran to Dom Collins. That's his 12th touchdown catch of the season.
Yeah, the concerning part is the inside zone. They're getting creases, and they're making it count for them, and you said it. That's what the play action did, set up that touchdown.
Well, make no mistake about it. You're in a Parkersburg South type of game with this team.
Yeah.
They're going to score some. You just got to keep doing your thing and hope they make the crucial mistake. All right, kickoff from Giso. Has it teed at the 40-yard line. See if Bridgeport can get off another good return. Let's see if they kick it differently this time. Nope, going to kick it deep again. And this time it's going to be Ty Martin at the 5. Over the 10, 15, middle return, 20, huge hole, 25, 30, slows up and hit and driven down at the 31-yard line. But if Ty could have gotten upfield a little bit quicker, that was just it was like the parting of the Red Sea right there in the middle, but they closed it up quickly with the second wave and put him down. They're going to give him forward lean to the 31. Here comes Bridgeport, 1st and 10.
Well, like anything, it's time to answer their score and keep playing from in front. That's what you want to do. That's the game plan against teams like this. Don't get behind. Play from in front all night long.
4:14 opening quarter, tied at 7. 1st and 10, Bridgeport, ball on the 31. As Princeton runs their 11th guy on late. That's Mike DeGiacomo. 1st and 10. Ball's the 31-yard line. Snap inside, give. Brazier turns up. 35, 40, just shy of the 40-yard lines. He's wrestled down by Mosser, but that'll be a 9-yard gain.
Yeah, the freshman was the last line defense there. If he didn't bring him down, Brazier had a chance to get more on that. Good carry. Good job by the offensive line, also getting to the second level.
Charlie Brazier just under 300 yards rushing coming in tonight. Rohrig is within striking distance of 1,000 on the season. Needs a big night, but 205 coming in. Phil Reed also closing in. He's at 705 on the year. 2nd down and a yard. Here comes the pass. Phil's back. He looks and he fires. He's got Hess. He has it and drops it at the 33-yard line. Had it and left it on the carpet on a beautifully thrown ball by Phil Reed down to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, beautiful throw. Just had it in his hands and popped out.
Something else guys pay attention to, Ty Martin was wide open on the wheel route as well.
Yeah, they'll see that upstairs and come back to that. They worked on that wheel route a lot in practice this week. It's Phil Reed, now 7 of 15 through the air this season. And Bridgeport in a 3rd down and 1. So felt like that was a throwaway down. Here comes Reed. He'll convert the first down as he gallops through the hole and spins over the pile after the 47-yard line. Have an offensive lineman. That's Ryan Jones, slow to get up, but he does. And Bridgeport moves the sticks out to the Indian 46-yard line.
Yeah, good job by Phil. Went off the right side there of the center guard, inside tackle. And they were shifting over to the field side over our left guard. And that was a good job of the run where he did.
All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 46-yard line.
Same defensive lineman. They're shifted over to our weak side.
Here's a snap, run near side. Rohrg runs into his lead blocker, and that slows him up. And then he gets lassoed, and here comes a flag in.
They're going to get face mask.
Yeah. Going to get a face mask, and that's going to be on the tackler, obviously, which is Cameron Profit, the senior. Got him around the iron. So the only decision here is whether it's 5 or 15.
Personal foul.
15.
The defense, number 26.
All right, so 15 yards, and it will be a 1st down. Take the ball down to the 38-yard line. Got to keep an eye on Rory there. He bent over as he got back to the huddle.
And he took a good shot.
All right, ball to the 38, 1st and 10 Indians. 2:50 to play, opening quarter. Bridgeport and Princeton tied at 7. Ty Martin is in the wing to the right. Rohrg and Reed in the backfield. Ryan Hall's the blocking back. He also calls the cadence. Snap back to Phil. He's going to look to throw again. This time it's covered. He's going to tuck it and run, and he's going to be shouldered. Well, it took 2 shoulders, and those 2 defenders fell down, and Reed did not. He's out at the 37-yard line, so he scrambles forward for a couple yards. That one was covered. He had Sparks, Martin to the near side, and Hess ran the exact same flag route to the far side, but everything was covered up.
But good job by Phil. Instead of forcing it, tucked it and ran and got what he could. I like that.
Yeah, step him out. He got about a yard to the 37-yard line. Clock stop, 2:28. Here in the opening quarter, Bridgeport and Princeton tied at 7. Back to Brazier, and this time the block is defeated, and Brazier is going to be mauled and pulled down.
Yeah, just nowhere to run there. You called it right. The block defeated the block up front and brought him down right where he got hit. No gain.
Dita Giacomo was there to make the tackle. All right, 3rd and 8, but the Indians in 2-down territory here, 4-down territory overall. But, they'll take 2 to get this if need be. 3rd and 8. It's been feast or famine tonight in the run game so far. Indians look to the sideline. 7 on the huddle clock. Get a change of play. Low snap. Reed catches it, and he runs far sideline. Didn't get the block he needed, and he's down at the 23-yard line. Had Rohrg leading the blocking, and Rohrg was only able to occupy the defender for a second, and it didn't allow Reed to turn the corner. So Bridgeport will have to go here on 4th down and about 5 as Reed got 3 on the play. Now Bridgeport 72% on 3rd down conversions this season, 13 of 18. We're going to go here on 4th down and about 5. Snap back, here comes the toss out to Rohrg. Blocking not there. Rohrg is going to be down at the 31-yard line. Could not get around the edge. Carter Meacham makes the tackle. He picks up a yard, and that's it. And Princeton will take over on downs with 54 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. with a chance now at the 32-yard line, their own 32, to perhaps take their first lead in this game.
Yeah, good job. Again, they're tackling really well right now, and they're fighting off blocks. That's one thing I've noticed. They're shedding blockers and getting to the ball carrier.
Back to work defensively here after giving up a Princeton touchdown, but you've got to shut down the run first. If Princeton can do both, Indians defense in for a long night. Snap, and a give to Lowe. And Ryan Hall, backside, misses the tackle. He was lunging for it. And Lowe will take it out to the 30, make it the 40-yard line, so they pick up 8 yards on that give. Ryan Hall played it perfectly, came from the backside, but was a step or less than away from making the play at the line of scrimmage.
Again, that's 8 yards on first down. That's huge.
That's second down and 8. Ball at the 40-yard line. Princeton and Bridgeport tied at 7. 19 seconds should be the final play of this opening quarter, barring a defensive penalty. Empty set, 5 wide. Snap back to Cochran, and he's going to throw it out. Far sideline, it's dropped. Going right to Mosser. And we'll run another one here with 9.5 to play, but Mosser was going to have the first down, and I think he was thinking that before he reeled it in.
Right now, Markel Lowe has 5 carries for 47 yards. We did not talk much about him in the pregame, but right now he has been the workhorse for this Tigers offense in this first quarter.
Yep, third down and about 2 with 9.5 on the clock in the opening quarter. Lowe's in the backfield. Lowe takes the handoff. He's going to be hit. Hess drops him. Sparks hit him. No gain on the play. And a decision for Princeton. It'll be a 4th down and 2 as we will head to the second quarter of play. Well, it's been entertaining so far here at Wayne Jamison Field. End of 1 on homecoming night, and the Bridgeport Indians and the Princeton Tigers are tied at 7. You listen to Indians football, the home of the Tribe.
Give your kids a memory they will never forget. Down on the farm, edge of town farm market. Take a hayride to the 2-acre corn maze. Pick a pumpkin from the pumpkin patch. And now on Friday and Saturdays, the corn maze will be open 12 to 6 for the kiddos and open dark to midnight on Friday and Saturday for those who may want a little spooky haunted adventure. Edge of town farm market, the place for fall fun. Corn maze is open Friday and Saturday 12 to midnight and Sunday from 10 to 6 through October. Edge of town farm market, Route 58 in Bridgeport. Look for the sign and the big red barn.
Coming up at halftime, stats, scores, and more on the quality machine, Indians at the half.
This is Ben Queen. It's high school football season and our student athletes are preparing for a successful fall. I hope you will join me and get out and support our local schools and every single one of their sports teams. You have no idea how much it means for our students to see their friends and family cheering them on. And while you're at it, give our cheerleaders and bands a big thumbs up as well. Whether it's on the field, on the stage, or in the classroom, make time to cheer on our students.
Paid for by Friends of Ben Queen for Senate.
Start of the second quarter facing a 4th and 2 at their own 40. Princeton has the offense on the field.
They may be trying to get us to come offside. Let's see.
Cochran with 6 on the huddle clock, changes the play, takes the snap, hands the ball to Lowe. Lowe is going to break a tackle and pick up the first down. Ty Martin had his arm around his thigh in the backfield, but could not get him down, and Lowe made a nice little move, brings it out to the 44, needs 2, got 4, and Princeton keeps the ball.
I'll be honest with you, I really felt they were going to punt the football with how well their defense has played. Plus, the last time they gave up a short field, we scored, but Lowe, with the second effort, picks up the first down.
Yeah, conversely, their defense is playing so well, perhaps they figured they could risk it there. And they convert. So first down for the Tigers, ball at the 44-yard line. Lowe's leaning forward ahead of the snap. Got to watch to see if the officials call that. Here is a lateral. It is caught far sideline and pulled down at the 50-yard line is Dom Collins. So that was a nifty play. Speed option look. And then Cochran throws it out to Collins, who's a yard in the backfield. So that goes as a run for Collins out to the 50-yard line and a gain on the play of 6 yards.
Again, they're getting 6 and 8 yards on first down. That's what makes it hard to defend this right now.
Second down for 11-minute mark. Play until halftime, tied at 7. Cochran looks to the sideline, see if they get a change of play. Got 3 coaches signaling in 2 dummy play calls, and one's the real. Here's a pass to Collins. He gives ground, and he will turn upfield and get a yard. That's it. Threw a little quick shot out to him and didn't have any blocking. Put him out there and told him to get what you can get. Ryan Hall and Kel Colasurto in that, and here comes a 3rd down and 4. All right, so 10:27 to play.
Last time in this situation, Bridgeport brought a run blitz, brought all 3 linebackers to get low in the backfield for no gain, and let's see what they do here on 3rd and 4.
Let's see what Casey Stewart, Bridgeport's defensive coordinator, dials up here on 3rd down and 4. Indians show run blitz. Here they come. Cochran standing in. He's going to hoist it far sideline, and it's going to be incomplete. Kale Colasurto, I think, got away with a little tug of the jersey, but no flag was called. And the pass was badly overthrown. However, defensive holding could have been a call there.
Also, however, Brad Mosser was already taking off before the snap of the football, so he was inside receiver position on the right hash.
Yeah, I don't think that's what the Princeton fans are pointing out over across the way.
But he clearly moved early. I mean, he was a yard and a half past the football before the snap.
All right, so they went for it on 4th and 2 on their own 40, and they're showing they're going to go for it again on 4th and 4 at the Bridgeport 49.
Got to hold your water up there. Don't come across and give them an easy first down.
Play clock's at 5 seconds, so in fact they're going to go for it. They're going to have to take a timeout here. And in fact they will. They'll take a timeout with 10:05 remaining. Here until halftime. We're tied at 7. Big 4th and 4 when we come back. Indians football continues on the home of the Indians.
Hi, this is Brad Ford. If you're a Bridgeport football fan, you remember this. It still gives you chills, doesn't it? In our community, high school football, church, and volunteers bring us together and make us proud. It's energy, opportunity, family, and yes, football. That's what we love about living in Bridgeport.
Brad and Carol Ford and staff are honored to serve you at the Ford Funeral Home on Main Street in Bridgeport.
Well, you know, guys, Bridgeport coming into this game had only given up 2 4th down conversions on 11 attempts all season. Did they give up 2 on the same drive? As the offense stays out there for the Princeton Tigers on this upcoming 4th down and 4. From the 49-yard line. This would be a great time for a stop with a short field for the offense.
One of the reasons why is Princeton's already had 53 yards on the ground here in this first quarter, now halfway into the second.
All right, they're going to go with trips, tight to the formation right. I mean, right off the hip of the tackle.
This is a good play to go one-on-one outside.
Yep, single receiver. That's the way they're looking, and they're going to loft it up. Ty Martin guarding, and the pass is broken up by Ty down at the 11-yard line. It hung in the air on Dom Collins, and that allowed Ty Martin to close up and make a play on that football, and the Indians will turn him over on downs.
I just had a feeling before they lined up with 3 receivers tightly bunched to the right, single receiver out wide with man-on-man coverage. They were thinking, okay, 4th and short, this might be a chance to get a big play, and they went for it. Good job by Tom Martin to block it to the ground.
Yeah, they think they can beat our corners, and so far they have. That was a nice play by Ty Martin to close ground, and now the offense has to kick it in gear. Bridgeport has been feast or famine tonight so far offensively. Beautiful starting field position. 1st and 10, ball on their own 49-yard line. Here come the Indians, and here comes Big Phil, and he runs right side. He's gang tackled as he gets to the Princeton 46-yard line. Brad Mosser on top of that Tiger pile, but Phil's able to churn forward for 5 yards, and Bridgeport, that's what they're looking for on 1st down.
Phil Reed now 24 yards on 6 carries. Roaring, by the way, has 41 yards on 6 as well.
All right, 2nd down and 5 from the 46. 9:30 to play. Bridgeport and Princeton tied at 7. Touchdown run from Charlie Brazier. Touchdown pass for Princeton tied the score. Indians watch that huddle clock down to 5. Here comes Phil again up the middle, and he's going to drag the defender to the lead stick and pass. That's Meacham, and Phil Reed will be helped up on the play. He's good to go. It's a 1st down for Bridgeport. Brody Rice also was there on the tackle. They haven't signaled the 1st down yet, but it's right down the line from us. Oh, we have a marker down? Might have one on the far sideline. We do.
Oh, man. Did not see that till now.
Bridgeport runs the same formation every play.
Yeah, I don't understand that. With the unbalanced line, there's always 7 guys on the line of scrimmage. So.
Game clock 9:07.
I want to put the game clock back 7 seconds so the Indians lose 5 yards and get the down over. No idea where this crew's from. Never seen them. But if it was like the Morgantown contract, they came with Princeton.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
All right, second down, 10.
Ours didn't come with us last year, though.
That's right. So that's a 10-yard penalty, essentially. Here comes Rohr trying to get it back, and he's going to be drugged down at the 45-yard line. He'll pick up 6 on the play and leave the Indians at a 3rd down and 4.
Guys, what I figured out down here is they're saying that one of our linemen lined up in the backfield.
Oh, okay.
That is not what I see up here. Now, again, I might be wrong, but I have not seen that all year. Not saying it can't happen, but...
Should be pointed out the flag came from the line judge on the Princeton sideline as well.
Again, we're running unbalanced. We virtually they're all linemen, so...
All right, 3rd down and 4. Snap, give to Ty Martin, and Martin is going to be tackled short on the 1st down. We'll see which we've got a yard differential here on the spot.
And the near side linesman wants him at the 42, and that's where it's going to go.
It's going to be 4th down and a yard. And, of course, no decision here with under 8 minutes to play. Bridgeport will keep the offense and go for it. Indians 72% on 4th down conversions, but 0 for 1 tonight. This is 4th and a yard. Right in your wheelhouse. Hard count, timeout, going to be taken by Tyler Ferris. So timeout Bridgeport with 7:38 remaining until halftime, and Indians so far in a tight one here tonight against the Princeton Tigers. We're back after this timeout. Indians football continues on the home of the Indians.
Pop quiz!
What, are we in school again?
The kids are. You ought to learn something too. Question 1. How many vehicles does Chenoweth Ford have in stock?
I have no idea.
Over 300. Question 2. Will Chenoweth Ford buy your car?
Well, they do cash offers, don't they?
Correct. Question 3. Is it hard to get financed?
Let me guess.
I already pre-qualified us at chenford.com.
We're getting a new vehicle, aren't we?
See? You learned something already.
Get more for your trade right now at Chenoweth Ford and Chenoweth Pre-Owned, your #1 full-service dealer.
I've not heard that.
All right, Bridgeport, 4th down and a yard, 7:38 remaining until halftime. And guys, we talked about these pre-snap penalties or formation issues that Bridgeport has. You get in these type of games, you do it against the Prestons of the worlds and the Robert C. Birds, you can overcome them.
Well, and this is where you challenge your front. You need a yard, let's get a yard, guys. Let's go.
All right, 4th and a yard from the 42-yard line. Run blitz walked up, snap, and Phil Reed right side 1st down, 40, spins his way to the 36 before he gets shoved back by Brad Mosser, giving Ford lead to the 37, so yard less, but it's enough for a Bridgeport 1st down.
And a little play fake there from the blocking back, Ryan Hall, to kind of freeze a little bit there in the middle, and that's why you run those play fakes, is to give them eye candy.
Tied at 7, clock stops 7:13. If you're Bridgeport, you want to score here and leave very little time left for Princeton. They get the ball to start the 3rd quarter.
And they're still stemming towards our unbalanced side of our line.
6-man front, 3 backers, and the safeties walked up. Snap back to Rohrig, and he's going to be held to a yard. Just can't get to the 2nd level, trying, but always leaving, seems like one guy unblocked, and that guy's making the tackle. And I thought you made a great point. Brody Wright's prime example there. Everybody else is blocked up but him, and he makes a good, solid tackle.
Yeah, he does. And again, that's been our struggle at times this year, is getting consistently to that 2nd and 3rd level. And we've got to get better at that, and we will.
All right, gain of a yard, 2nd down, 9, 6:25. Clock turning. Indians at the 36 of the Princeton Tigers. 7-7 our score. Brazier Has to wait, and does inside the 30, 25, 24-yard line and a first down. That was that wing around again that Brazier runs, and it was kind of gummed up, Chris, and there was a defender and a blocker right there in the hole where he wanted to go, so he had to wait, pause momentarily, and then made a cut to the right, picks up a first down.
Yeah, and a great job by Aiden Sparks carrying his second-level block downfield as well. He was down there blocking people. Good job by our end.
That first down, Brazier's been an effective runner so far in this game for Bridgeport. Ball at the 24-yard line, 1st and 10. Clock at 5:47. Here comes Phil Reed. Reed breaks a tackle, starts again and churns down to the 19-yard line. And that initial contact was Brody Rice, and this time Rice could not get a clean tackle on Phil Reed as he picks up a couple more after first contact.
And the reason is he's running low. Good low pad level by Phil Reed, and that's one thing it's hard to do is block a running back that's coming at you low, and that's what enabled him to get those extra yards on that carry.
A gain of 5 on that one on first down, so the Indians back to winning first down there. 2nd down and 5. Clock winds close to 5 minutes. Here comes Reed again, and you get the feeling this is going to be a Phil Reed kind of night, but he gets tripped up as he slides down to the 18-yard line.
Again, they're stemming towards our unbalance, which is the right side of our line. And there for a gain of 1 was Phil.
Okay, only a gain of a yard on that one, so again, 2 downs to get 4 yards perhaps here if you're the Bridgeport Indians.
And that's where that wing around has worked in this game, is to get away from that.
3rd and 4 from the 19, almost the 18-yard line. Oregon Reed in the backfield, and it is snapped, and it is lost. It went off Reed's shoulder pad, and it is recovered by Princeton's Carter Meacham. Indians, as we've talked about, fumbles, and it snuffs out a good-looking drive. Defense will come back on the field at the 23-yard line.
Well, that's what they talked about. The coaching staff says we have to work on our ball, our turnovers, and we've had that, and we had one again. Just looked like Phil went maybe a little bit before the ball got there. Couldn't quite tell. Nonetheless, they have the football, 1st and 10.
All right, now worst case scenario, 4:15 to play. They have the ball and they get it again to start the 3rd quarter. So,
well, number 1, you got to stop Markel Lowe first.
Now Rice is in the backfield to start this drive. He's going to get the handoff, and Kamar Summers lost his helmet, continued on the play, and that's going to be a marker, I believe. That's going to be on Bridgeport. Once the helmet comes off, you got to stop playing. And he continued and made the tackle. So we'll see if they call that.
Or it could be a hands to the face on Princeton, knocking the helmet off.
Yep.
But it's going against us.
Yeah, that's such a rare play. The kids a lot of times don't know
participation
what to do.
Against the defense, 15-yard penalty from the end.
Yeah, 79 when his helmet comes off, you got to stop playing. So 15 yards out to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, that's a 19-yard play in essence right there on first down. Counting the penalty.
1st and 10. And now momentum turning towards Princeton. Got to buckle down here. There's a give to Rice, and he's bottled up, and he'll be dropped at the 44-yard line, a pickup of 2. As Rice is more of a north-south runner, where Lowe's a little more slippery. So gain of 2, 2nd down, 8. Kamar Summers back in. Ryan Jones comes out. 3:30 remaining until halftime. We're tied at 7.
They're trying to use motion with their slot receiver to try to freeze our linebackers on that little inside zone trap to Rice. Good job by our defensive line that time to converge on the stop.
Yep. Dom Collins is who they've been bringing in motion, and you figure one of these times they're going to hand it to him. Here he comes in motion again. They're going to throw it to him this time, and a good job by Hess to get by the blocker, but Collins is too fast, and he'll run it inside the 50 down to the 40. 7-yard line of Bridgeport.
He got by Hess, but there was no outside contained to this side, and therefore once he hit this side, he had a lot of running room and got the first down.
At 1st and 10, ball at the 47-yard line of Bridgeport. Under 3 minutes to play, 2:59 with the clock stopped. Princeton and Bridgeport tied at 7. Play clock at 15 seconds as Princeton looks to the sideline for the play call. Brody Rice stays in at running back.
And he's moving forward too.
Yeah, he is. Cochran takes the snap, and a floating pass to Rice is caught out of the backfield. He'll turn it down to the 36-yard line. Bo Ford nearly got to the quarterback on that swing pass, but Rice caught it. Nobody accounted for him coming out of the backfield. Has it down to the 35, and Princeton is threatening taking the lead here just before halftime. 2:45 remaining second quarter.
Game of 12. Rice, his first catch tonight. Cochran is now thrown for 81 yards on 9 attempts.
Rice stays in. They've got tight slot left and right. Flankers to either side. Cochran takes the snap. There's a hold. Here comes the flag. Cochran's on the move, and he'll take it inside the 25 and be shoved out by Charlie Brazier, but this is going to come back on a holding penalty back at the 41-yard line as they're going to tag the center, Chase Smith.
Yeah, it was a tackle. It was a legit tackle.
So the first major mark-off of the game against the Princeton Tigers.
And this is big because it came on first down. We haven't really stopped them on first down all night.
9, still first down, 10-yard.
Actually, might have been Bradford Hurt, the left tackle, who got tagged on that one.
It was a yard behind the line of scrimmage as well, so it's going to bring now 1st and 21.
A ball back across midfield to the 49, actually 48-yard line, or close to the 49, we'll call it, of Princeton. All right, 2:19 to play.
Well, you got to stop them from scoring here. You cannot give up points.
1st and 21. Rice comes out of the backfield. Cochran takes the snap, stands in the pocket. Now he's going to scramble forward, throws a jump pass, and he was across the line of scrimmage by 2 yards.
Wasn't even close. There the flag is. The linesman threw the flag. Tyler Ferris right in the ears of the line judge on this side. Flag is down for legal forward pass.
Yeah, he was, nearly 2 yards. He was across midfield and he threw the ball.
What's amazing is the flag's on this side of the field. It actually should have been thrown on the other side.
Yeah, because he threw it on that side of the field.
Well, and Tyler's the one that really got that call. And those other guys should have saw that. And they're talking about it right now. There's nothing to talk about. It wasn't even close.
It was a yard and a half.
At least. Maybe 2.
At the near side line, judge wins the argument.
Illegal forward. 5 yards. Plus a loss of down.
Ball back to the 45-yard line. All right, Nick Key is loss of down, so that essentially goes as a sack.
Oh, and that's big. Because now it's 2nd and 25. At least.
Yeah, from the 45. Got to take it down to the 25, so I think it's 30.
Yeah.
2:14, clock stopped. Use a turnover here. Bridgeport's got 2 timeouts. Princeton's got 2 timeouts. Snap back to Cochran. 3-man rush, and he's going to throw it out. It is caught. Cale Colasurto trying to make the tackle, and he finally will at the 42. Took a couple of stiff arms from that big receiver, Nick Fleming. He's 6'2", 215. They'll take it down to the Bridgeport 42-yard line on that play, so a gain of about 13 yards. And it'll be 3rd down and 17. Got out of bounds as well, so the clock is stopped with 2:07. All right, the Indians putting Brazier on Collins with Ty Martin over top. 3rd and 17, and there's something happening there defensively in the alignment that Bridgeport didn't like, so Casey Stewart was trying to get the secondary lined up properly, so Tyler Ferris saw it and will take a timeout. Tells you what type
we had
of down this is and how crucial it is.
Yeah, we had one guy to the left side over 2 receivers, so in essence their inside slot receiver didn't have anybody over top, so they'll get it fixed in the timeout.
All right, 2:07 coming up halftime. Quality Machine presents the Indians at the half. We'll check scores from around the state of West Virginia. The number 5 team in Class AAA, the Bridgeport Indians, in a dogfight tonight, tied at 7 with Princeton. 2:07 remaining, and I think the story so far in this game has been the outstanding play of the Princeton defense.
Yeah, and watching on film, you could tell they were better up front. And Brent noticed it in pregame how much bigger they are from the naked eye down below. So, and they're playing and they're tackling too.
All right, so if you can hold them here, keep them out of a 4th and short, they probably will punt the football. At least I would, with 2:07 to play, and they get the ball to start the third quarter. The last thing they want to do is mess around here and give Bridgeport a cheap one just before halftime. 3rd and 17. Indians change their coverage in the secondary, and they bring a blitz, and Cochran's backpedaling. He's going to throw it sideline. It is caught and down at the 35. Good tackle on the play by Hess and Colasurto on Nick Fleming. And it's going to be 4th down and 10.
Yeah, good pressure up front by our defensive line.
They got him to move out of the pocket. And now Bridgeport is down to 1 timeout. So the Tigers look like they're going to either run this clock down and take a timeout and then punt it, or perhaps go for it. The ball's at the 35-yard line. You're kind of in that no man's land here, and with the type of receivers you have and the quarterback with the arm you have, why not?
I was going to say here, guys, I would maybe even consider taking a shot.
Well, here's the question, though, from a coaching standpoint. They run the time down and then take a timeout. If you're going to go for it, just go for it. 1:17 left. They don't want to turn the ball over and give it back to Bridgeport, certainly, but you're also going to short yourself on the other end if you convert this.
I've just been real impressed with the play there of Dominic Collins. Now, one thing that we have seen a switch is we switched Ty Martin over to that side of the field with him and brought Kale Colasurto over to the weak side. So you can see what he does coming out of this timeout.
Yeah, the Indians have been changing it up a little bit in their coverage. And that's key. Can't give them the same steady diet all night long. Got to give them a little something. Keep them guessing.
I think the main thing is here, you got to find a way to get some pressure on the quarterback here.
Fans, don't forget to join us for an hour of Indians football talk. Tyler Ferris Show live from Mia Margarita every Tuesday night. Located at Charles Point. Watch the show on Facebook. Following the Indians Radio Network page. Listen on 103.3 WKMZ. Join us in person for the Coach's Show Pizza Special. Any pizza on the menu, just $10. Dine in or carry out on Tuesday nights from 7 until 8 o'clock. All right, 4th down and 10. Princeton 1 for 3 on 4th down conversions. Snap. Cochran throws it quickly. Deep out. Passes incomplete over the head of the intended target. Ty Martin was in coverage on Dom Collins. So Bridgeport will get the football. 1:13 to play. They'll take over on their own 35-yard line.
Good tight man-to-man coverage that time from Bridgeport defensively, and the timing route was not there. We got a little bit of pressure, just enough to get him to throw the football earlier than he wanted to.
Right from the 35-yard line.
Well, you worked on your passing game in practice all week. You may want to try to fool him here on 1st down, but see how they play it.
See if Princeton's looking for that, or if Bridgeport will just try to keep it on the ground here and run this clock out. It's going to be the give to Brazier. Comes over the 40, out to the 45, midfield, and down to the 47-yard line. So now you got a little something happening here. 1 timeout, 1:08. Got to get quickly on the ball, and they do. Ball at the 46 of Princeton. 1st and 10. Clock starts 1:05, and here comes Phil up the middle. He gets pinwheeled all the way down to the 36-yard line. That's another 10-yard pickup. That'll stop the clock with 57 seconds. And Bridgeport playing fast, and bad news for Princeton. Marquel Lowe injured on that play, and he is unable to put much weight on his right leg.
That is huge.
Being helped out to the far sideline. They're going to spot the ball. I don't think they've decided whether or not it's a 1st down. They do, so now they'll move the sticks.
Well, back to that 1st down play. I liked it. It was a snap back to Phil, and then he handed the ball off in motion to the wingback, Brazier. Instead of going outside, he cut it back up inside, had that big run of 19 yards to set this drive up. Pretty play there.
That's a low, now being passed off. 2 teammates were helping him off the field. Now 2 coaches have taken over the duty to lend a shoulder.
Oh, he has been their workhorse. 49 yards rushing and 8 carries here in this first half.
All right, so the football is at the 36 of Princeton. Bridgeport took it over just 2 plays ago at the 35 on the negative side of the field. 57 seconds.
Princeton's been playing a safety deep. One less linebacker in the box on this drive.
All right, Indians have 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. Snap to Rohrg. Rohrg 35-30 down to the 29-yard line. Indians have to hurry. Only 1 timeout. Rice made the stop. That's a gain of 7. Clock's at 45 seconds, and it's ticking. Indians at the 29 of Princeton. Snap it again back to Brazier. Brazier needs to get the first down at least, and he will on forward lean, so that'll stop the clock with 24 seconds. 35 seconds, I'm sorry, at the 24-yard line, 35 seconds on the clock. Again, Indians sitting on that 1 timeout. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Snap to Phil, running to the near side. Phil at the 20, needs to get out of bounds and does. They'll step him out, I think, back at the 21. Yes, so gain of 3. However, he got out of bounds, which is key. Stops it with 27.8. As long as you keep that first down in the war chest, you've got options. You can run anything you want.
And remember, that little sweep by Phil, he has the option to throw it downfield, too. So keep an eye on that. That's one thing we watched him film this week.
Kale Colasurto will come in.
And you know what that means. There you go.
Rohrg comes out. So this might be your pass. Got 12 seconds on the huddle clock. Kale Colasurto will line up as a flanker to the far side.
And also gets 1 less guy out of the box.
5 seconds on the play clock. Snap to Phil. Phil looking to throw. He throws far sideline to Colasurto. Colasurto's run over on the play, and no flag.
He was tackled when the ball was in the air.
All right, 3rd down and about 6. 3rd and 6. Clock stopped with 22 seconds.
Man, he really was. I don't want to dwell on too much, but let's go. 3rd down.
All right, Brazier's back in, wing to the right. Indians trying to take the lead back, tied at 7 just before halftime. Here comes the toss out to Rohrg. Rohrg at the 20. Rohrg to the 15. Rohrg to the 10. And he's down to the 9-yard line, 14 seconds.
Nice run. Good footwork. Nice shifty feet of Rohrg that time. Got him the extra yard.
Got to get up on the ball. Indians can spike it here if they choose. We're down to 10. Down to 9. Got to take it. They do. Hand off to Brazier. He's tripped up at the 6. Here comes the timeout with 3.8. And now you got to make the decision. Taylor Thomas would be available to try to give Bridgeport the lead just before halftime. And that looks like that's going to be the decision as the kicking unit will come out and join the huddle. Ball's marked at the 6-yard line. Indians are out of timeouts, and they're out of time. 3.8 seconds to play.
Well, you know what else this fast tempo did was keeping them from trying to stem, and they had to stay base, and they had to play base defense, and we were able to move the football with the run game against that. So keep that in mind going forward in this game.
All right, Thomas is standing outside the huddle. It gets a handshake from Sam Goodwin, the holder. Taylor on the season, just 1 of 4, long of 39 yards. He'll trot on, and the ball's going to be marked at the 6. So the operation will occur at about the 23-yard line. I'm sorry, the 13-yard line for a 23-yard attempt.
Would be my guess. Yes.
All right, Taylor Thomas sets the tee down at the 13-yard line to try to give Bridgeport the lead just before halftime. Cam Hess is the snapper. Sam Goodwin is the holder. Taylor Thomas, a left-footed kicker, so this is a nice angle for him on the far side hash. Good snap, good hold. Kick on the way from Taylor Thomas. The kick is up. It's good. They rough Thomas on the play. So this is interesting. If this is 15 yards, that's half the distance to the goal.
And puts it inside the 3.
Inside the 3 and one untimed down with no time on the clock.
Boy, that's a decision I don't know if I'd ever want to make. That's why I'm up here, right?
All right, they're going to call this running into or roughing. Now, running into's only 5, so it doesn't quite get you inside the 3. And we do not hear the ref. The ref hasn't made the announcement. They send the line judge over to give Tyler Ferris what the option is here. And I tell you, I think you leave the points up.
Yeah, it's hard. For me, it's hard taking points off the board, but that's me.
So the question is it 5 or 15? You're not going to get the full mark off either way.
That's what Tyler asked, if it was 5 or 15. He's going to decline it.
He's going to decline it because it's only 5, so that would put the ball at the 3. Yeah, about the 3.5-yard line.
Actually, guys, what he's asking is, can he take it on the opening kickoff next half? And the answer is no on that.
Yeah, you cannot. Okay, so that'll end the half. So Bridgeport will take the field goal from Taylor Thomas and take the lead into the locker room at 10-7. It's been a battle here in this first half of play, Brent.
Tyler, we are in a fight here at homecoming, 10-7. What have you seen in the first half? What's your take first half?
Princeton's a good football team. They're executing. We're executing. We're going back and forth. We just got to keep our nose to the grindstone and keep getting after it. It's a good high school football game.
Good luck second half, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot, Brent. We're at halftime indeed. Homecoming 2022. Bridgeport with a 3-point lead off Taylor Thomas's foot. 10-7, Tribe at halftime. More coming up. Quality Machine Indians to the half kicks off after this timeout.
At Quality Machine Company of Bridgeport, we solve problems. We're your local provider for welding, custom fabrication, machining, structural steel sales, and all types of heavy equipment and industrial repairs. Whether your business is coal, oil and gas, construction, excavating, timber, or manufacturing, Quality Machine has a solution for you and your team. We're just a few miles east of Bridgeport on Route 50. Quality Machine, if man made it, quality can fix it. QualityMachineInc.com.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
Pat Boyle Funeral Home, just off of I-79 and Jane Lou.
Do you see yourself traveling, working part-time, or moving somewhere warmer when you retire? Hi, I'm Aaron Mann, your Bridgeport Edward Jones financial advisor, and I want to help make your retirement goals a reality. Let's talk about where you are, where you want to be, and how we get you there. Together, we can plan for the expected and make sure you're ready for the unexpected. Call me, Aaron Mann, at 842-5953, or visit us at edwardjones.com to get started today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Oh my gosh, dear, I can't remember if I took my medicine.
No surprise there. Our anniversary was last week.
Oh.
Let's go to Community Pharmacy. They take the guesswork out of taking your meds.
Forgetting anniversaries? Sorry, but Community Pharmacy does offer medication packaging that organizes your meds into morning, noon, and evening, plus free local delivery and a full line of medical equipment, supplies, and rentals. Your locally owned and trusted hometown pharmacy, Community Pharmacy, Johnson Avenue in Bridgeport. No long lines, and we know your name.
We are all dealing with it. Prices are going up. Whether it is the grocery store or the gas pumps, our budgets are stretched and no one seems to care. We do at the Marquette Insurance Agency. With multiple industry-leading companies like Nationwide and Progressive to choose from, we'll find you the right insurance deal for you to create some room in your budget. You can find us in Bridgeport or Philippi. Marquette, the insurance agency you keep.
Pizza's here.
Ah, the perfect food delivered. As tasty as it is convenient.
Very true. Plate?
Thank you. Oh, wow. This is better than usual.
That's why I didn't order the usual.
What was wrong with the usual?
Nothing. Till I tasted this.
My taste buds agree.
Just wait till we go there.
East of Chicago Pizza. One bite and you'll taste the difference. Open every day for delivery, curbside, or dine-in. Order online at eastofchicagopizza.com or call 304-592-2550.
Exclusive radio coverage of the Bridgeport Indians continues now with the Quality Machine Indians at the half.
Let's go, fellas. You're never going to get this thing back. You're never going to get this thing back.
Here again is Travis Jones.
Halftime here at Wayne Jamison Field. Halftime ceremonies with the crowning of the Queen. Just starting here in Bridgeport with the slimmest of leads here at the break. 10-7. Huge drive, however. You go back to the defensive stop, drew a holding penalty. Got Princeton behind the sticks. Defense was able to turn him over, get the ball to the 35-yard line. And who says this offense can't run a 2-minute offense?
Well, and I think it's good. I think that's something they may look at doing in the second half. We'll see, because what Princeton's been doing most of the night has been stemming to our unbalance, which is our right side of the line. And they've been doing it late in the look. So if you play fast, it keeps them from stemming. It makes them play more base. Also, they're late. They did take an extra linebacker out of the box, and they played a safety deep. That may have had a little bit to do with it as well. We'll just have to wait and see. But a big stop, though, defensively for Bridgeport. Right before we scored those 3 points, we were able to hold them out. So here we are, 10-7 at the half. And let's give Princeton a lot of credit. They have really tackled well. They have fired off the football well. They're playing well. And that's why this game's close like it is. We haven't seen a defense play this way against us since the Morgantown game. And they're tackling machines right now. But I think the big key was Markel Lowe going out injured there in that late part of the second quarter.
Yeah, we'll have to check his availability in the second half to see if he can go at all, and if he can, how effective he is. Thought you made a great point on Princeton. You know, they came in. This is a desperate football team. I mean, this is a huge win for them if they can find a way to pull this out in the second half for their playoff hopes, and they're playing like it.
Yeah, and again, you always wonder how a team plays coming off a bye week. Princeton's been battle-tested. They played their best football game of the season last week in the win against Beckley Woodrow Wilson. They really did. And they've played teams like Bridgeport all year. Oak Hill, they play a team that loves to run the football. Lord Botetourt out of Virginia, of Class 4A team down there, runs a lot of power football. So they've been battle-tested against a type of scheme like this year. So, again, I think that first half, get all the kinks out, come out in the second half. I think you're going to see a better Bridgeport team. But what kind of team will we see from Princeton, we'll see as well.
Absolutely. All right, so halftime festivities underway as the temperature is cooled off here down to the low 60s, and which we're headed for probably the mid-50s before we're out of here tonight. 10-7 our halftime score. We'll have more coming up here. Chris will do his best to piece together a score or two for you coming up. All right. We'll let you know what's going on around the state of West Virginia when we come back. Halftime, Indians on top of the Princeton Tigers by a count of 10-7 on a Taylor Thomas short field goal just before halftime. We're at that break on the Quality Machine. Indians at the half. Indians football continues on the home of the Tribe.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Shinston Ace Hardware, your local hardware specialist on South Pike Street in Shinston, has you covered. Whether you need a key cut, a nut, a bolt, or your propane tank filled, Shinston Hardware has all your hardware needs. You need paint? They got you covered with thousands of colors from Benjamin Moore Paints. Shinston Ace Hardware also has your outdoor needs covered as well. They are your premier steel dealer in Harrison County. Shinston Ace Hardware, South Pike Street in Shinston.
Bella, this a pizza. It's just like my mama used to make.
Your mom's from Wisconsin.
But this a pizza. It's just like in the old country.
Okay, honey.
And the oven, it's a coal-fired, so the crust is baked to perfection.
All right, that's enough.
Mia Margarita coal-fired pizza brings out your inner Italian, whether you have one or not. Order online at miamargarita.com. Eat-in or delivery available. Check out the most authentic pizza in town at Mia Margarita Pizza.
Coming to Morgantown this fall to watch the Mountaineers? Make Bridgeport your home base for every Mountaineer game. Just down I-79 from Morgantown, Bridgeport has an abundance of convenient lodging, fabulous local dining, and shopping options. Bridgeport is the perfect spot to make game day a part of a fun and memorable weekend getaway. Learn more about all there is to do at greater-bridgeport.com. That's greater-bridgeport.com.
Download the brand new Bridgeport Sports app. Get schedules, live streaming audio, and more right on your phone or portable device. Free in the App Store and powered by Cooper Law Office of Bridgeport.
Things can happen fast after an accident that can affect your claim against an at-fault driver and your rights to insurance benefits. The lawyers at Cooper Law Office can help you with your accident-related damage and injury claims and can help to make sure that all your rights are protected along the way. Call Cooper Law Offices as soon as possible after your accident at 304-842-0505. If you hire Cooper Law Offices, you can rest assured your claim is preserved and your rights are protected. Cooper Law Offices. Legal advice for accident victims. CooperLawWV.com.
At Bridgeport Express Care, your health is our priority. Bridgeport Express Care strives on offering the highest quality, affordable health care in the area. Bridgeport Express Care services include urgent care, family medicine, sports medicine, and occupational medicine, along with your basic wellness and health prevention to keep you and your whole family healthy and strong. For an appointment, stop by our facility located on Johnson Avenue in Bridgeport or call 304-842-3330 or online at BridgeportExpressCare.com.
Whether it's getting the kiddos to school,
I love you. Bye, Mom.
or taking it off-road and uphill.
Oh, yeah! Woo! Yeah! Woohoo! Yeah, baby!
We've got the right tires for you.
Stop by a Glotfelty Tire Center and talk to one of our tire pros with locations in Bridgeport, Parkersburg, and Elkins.
Indians football at the half. Big play, replay.
There's an inside give to Charlie Brazier, and he dives to the goal line, and he is going to be marked just short. They'll put his knee down. No, this official calls a touchdown. One official called him down. The near side official called him in, and it's going to be a touchdown for Charlie Brazier with 6:09 to play in the opening quarter. The Indians use the excellent starting field position and score on a 33-yard drive.
Yeah, great first half for Charlie Brazier. 52 yards rushing, including that touchdown on 7 carries as the Indians lead here at the half over Princeton 10-7. Now it's time to take a look at scores throughout the state of West Virginia. We're going to kind of bounce around between all AAA, AA, and single A, not really in order tonight. So I'll give you what I have got right now. At the end of one, South Charleston leads St. Albans 13-7. Also looking at the scoreboard, how about this score? University High, with 8 minutes to go in the second quarter, leads Preston 14-7. That's a Preston team that got their first victory of the season a week ago. Third quarter underway in Parsons. Tucker County, number 7 in single A this week, leads Gilmer County 30-0. Greenbrier West leads Sherman 28-0. Halfway to go through the second quarter of play. St. Mary's leads South Harrison 20-14 in the second quarter. Also in the second quarter, Parkersburg leads Capital 21-0. Into one. How about this score? Another eyebrow raiser. Brook 14, Wheeling Park 7. Into one. No surprise here. Independence 58, Nicholas County 7 at the half. George Washington leads Spring Valley second quarter 13-0. Another eyebrow raiser. So some surprises around the state of West Virginia so far tonight. Halftime, Morgantown 25, John Marshall 7. Also Chapmanville at the half leading Logan 36-7. Wow, that's another surprise. And AA in a rivalry game there. Philip Barber at the half leads 21-13 over Lewis County. And Grafton leads, or check that, Buchanan Upshur leads Grafton 35-0 at the half. Herbert Hoover in the second quarter leads Mingo Central 21-0 in that one. Also some more scores as I scroll down here real quick, and that might be it. That is it for, we do have one more score. Martinsburg leads Jefferson in the second quarter 35-0.
This is the Metro News High School Football Report. Here's Fred Persinger.
It is a Monday edition of the High School Football Report, and today we continue introducing another scholar athlete. We'll have that story after this from ZLM Architects and Engineers, at the forefront of school design in West Virginia, online at zlm.com. You know, as West Virginians, we are proud of the natural beauty of the Mountain State. And at ZMM Architects and Engineers, our goal is to provide design solutions that give people the same pride in our built environment. That commitment to quality can be seen in educational facilities throughout the state, from Edgewood Elementary School to Huntington East Middle School and at the expanded Wood County Technical Center. ZMM Architects and Engineers. You see us in your community every day. The Winfield Generals have been outstanding on the football field so far this season, compiling a record of 7-1 and obtaining new heights in the SSAC playoff rankings. A proud member of that Generals football team is 6'4" senior Tanner Lockery, and Tanner is also a recent ZMM Architects and Engineers Scholar Athlete of the Week. Now, when Tanner decided to play football last year as a junior, it marked the first time since he was 12 years old that he had donned the football pads. We asked the young man what brought him back to the gridiron.
It's a close-knit community, and football's big around here. I got a lot of friends on the team, and I just knew I could make some bonds with them, and so that's just really what brought me back.
One reason why Tanner Lockery is a scholar athlete is he has never made a B in any class. Straight A's his entire school life. Tanner talks about the educational opportunities at Winfield.
Well, I mean, we've got some of the best teachers in the state here. I think our school has some of the best test scores. Just really focused on academics here.
And his future aspirations after high school is to attend WVU and study medicine. We asked the young man what type of medicine he plans to pursue.
I'm leaning towards being an orthopedic surgeon, so that's what my plan is right now.
Tanner Lockery, a senior football and basketball player at Winfield High, and certainly a true representative of our ZMM Architects and Engineers Scholar Athlete of the Week.
This has been the High School Football Report with Fred Persinger on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia. This is the Gold and Blue Report on Metro News.
Tempo with a heavy lean toward the pass. That's what the Mountaineers expect from Texas Tech. We'll talk about that in a moment.
Metro News is the voice of high school sports in West Virginia. We're there from the sweat-soaked high school gyms to the bright lights of the Charleston Civic Center and the state tournaments. We're with the fans under the lights on Friday nights during football season and at Wheeling Island Stadium for the Super Six. We're at the dusty baseball fields and at Appalachian Power Park for the state championships. From the Metro News Power Index to the high school sports line, your home for the best coverage of high school sports is Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
What you need to know today is just a click away. WVMetroNews.com has the latest statewide news stories from the capital city to your hometown. Follow your favorite sports teams from high school to the pros. Hunting and fishing information is always on the outdoors page. And never miss your favorite Metro News program with live streams and archived episodes. Wherever you are in the Mountain State, the information you need is at WVMetroNews.com.
Texas Tech leads the nation with an average of 87 plays per game. The Red Raiders attempt an average of 51 passes per contest. Current Mountaineer offensive coordinator Graham Harrell had back-to-back 5,000-yard passing seasons at Texas Tech, playing for head coach Mike Leach.
Maybe the fans kind of fell in love with it with Leach because it was different, and at the time it was real different. When he first got out there, no one was throwing the ball like that, and that's just kind of become the brand of football maybe those fans expect or the administration wants. More than anything, probably like it's a brand of football that's worked out there before, and you're trying to duplicate success and give the fans a fun product to watch.
This season, Texas Tech leads the Big 12 with an average of 365 passing yards per game. Tech quarterbacks have thrown 15 touchdown passes, but also a conference-high 10 interceptions. Mountaineer defensive coordinator Jordan Leslie says against the tempo, it's about discipline and getting lined up.
As the game goes on, if you're thin somewhere, then it becomes a numbers game really more than anything, a number of snaps game. You really have to be careful with how much you try to do and when you try to do it. Alignment is the key assignment behind that. So, yeah, it's always a challenge. There's a reason people do it. You just have to practice it, work it, be aware of it, know that it's coming.
With the Gold and Blue Report, I'm Kyle Wiggs, Metro News Sports.
If you miss a step, it hurts. So after your surgery, don't miss the very important step of physical therapy to improve range of motion, strengthen muscles, and reduce pain, among other benefits. Don't miss a step. Come see us.
Bridgeport Physical Therapy is here to help you regain your mobility and strength after surgery. Physical therapy is a necessary step to restored health that you just can't miss. Make an appointment with Bridgeport Physical Therapy. located in Bridgeport and White Oaks.
When it comes to legal problems, the answer is not always easy. That's why you need a law firm with experience. Attorney Bob Greer of Greer Law Offices in Bridgeport has over 25 years' experience dealing with a variety of law, litigation, estate planning, wills, trust, property law, and business transactions. Put experience on your side with Greer Law Offices, Philadelphia Avenue in Bridgeport, 304-842-8090 or GreerLawOffices.com.
Game day got you on the go? We get it. GoMart is here to keep you going all season long with stores throughout our home state. We're a proud West Virginia-owned company, and our friendly staff is committed to serving our communities. From fuel to freshly brewed coffee and snacks, a stop at GoMart to cover your game day needs is always a touchdown. Plus, GoMart Rewards members earn points with each purchase to redeem for discounts on gas and free items. So stop by, start saving, and stay on the go with GoMart.
Follow the Indians online, live and archived games, highlights, schedules, rosters, stats, and much more at BridgeportIndiansFootball.com or download the Bridgeport Indians radio app powered by Cooper Law Office.
Looking for a place to grab lunch or dinner? Or how about hang with friends or even watch the big game? Head to Brickside Bar and Grill in Bridgeport, where the locals hang out. Brickside offers a full menu and bar, daily food and drink specials, outdoor patio along with weekend entertainment, and don't miss bingo every Sunday from 3 to 5. Brickside also offers a private banquet room for private parties. For more information, call 848-2094 or online at BricksideBarandGrill.com.
Did you know there's a place where you can get good neighbor service and surprisingly great rates on home and auto insurance? Yep, and that place is State Farm. Here's the deal. State Farm agent Chad Reppert is your go-to agent in Bridgeport for the service you deserve at the price you want. So stop shopping around. State Farm agent Chad Reppert has you covered. Call 304-381-3276 for your surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individuals' premiums will vary by customers. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
They're not just roads you drive on, or the smooth paths your family rides bikes on, or the highways that take you across this great nation. At J.F. Allen, they're not just asphalt. They're the framework that connects neighborhoods to cities, that bring us together and make us stronger. With unmatched services, materials, and supplies, the J.F. Allen team is the best in the industry. For all your paving needs, call J.F. Allen at 304-472-8890 or go to jfallenco.com.
Celebrating 30 seasons of Indians radio coverage on the WKMZ Indians Radio Network.
All right, halftime here. The Sports on Campus update. Let's give you an update on what's been going on. JV football beat Lincoln back on Monday, 42-20. Stay unbeaten on the season. Girls soccer shut out Buchanan last night, 6-0 to win the sectional title. The boys ended their season with a penalty kick loss to the Bucks earlier in the week. And the Indians Radio Network extends our thoughts and prayers to the family of Chris Colombo, longtime Bridgeport assistant baseball coach under Bob Shields' staff, who died unexpectedly earlier this week. Longtime coach in the area, formerly coached at Notre Dame and also for Liberty football. Just horrible news, and the Indians family is mourning this weekend.
Yeah, and I know Chris quite well from all the games I do for Bridgeport with baseball. What a wonderful guy he is. Kids loved him. They really did. He was a JV coach on the baseball team as well. Great assistant coach. He put in a lot of hard work. He was one of the first guys there at every home game getting the field ready to go. He will be missed. He is a great guy, really is.
All right, again, thoughts and prayers to Chris Colombo's family. We're back in a moment.
Why shop the rest when you can buy from the best? You already know the most reliable parts for your car, truck, SUV, or heavy-duty needs are at Napa. You already know the friendly, knowledgeable parts professionals are at Napa. So that leaves one question. Why are you not at Napa? Shop your locally owned, nationally known Napa store today. Qualified parts, helpful people. That's the Napa know-how.
To find a Napa location near you, visit mtowernapa.com.
Pizza's here.
Ah, the perfect food delivered. As tasty as it is convenient.
Very true. Plate?
Thank you. Oh, wow. This is better than usual.
That's why I didn't order the usual.
What was wrong with the usual?
Nothing. Till I tasted this.
My taste buds agree.
Just wait till we go there.
East of Chicago Pizza. One bite and you'll taste the difference. Open every day for delivery, curbside, or dine-in. Order online at eastofchicagopizza.com or call 304-592-2550.
This is Ben Queen. It's high school football season and our student athletes are preparing for a successful fall. I hope you will join me and get out and support our local schools and every single one of their sports teams. You have no idea how much it means for our students to see their friends and family cheering them on. And while you're at it, give our cheerleaders and bands a big thumbs up as well. Whether it's on the field, on the stage, or in the classroom, make time to cheer on our students.
Paid for by Friends of Ben Queen for Senate.
With all the financial headlines, are you wondering if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. Hi, I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor Ed Amon. If you have more questions than answers about what's next, let's work together and help ensure you're prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek. It's a new beginning. Stop by our office at 110 State Street in Bridgeport or call at 304-842-0014. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC. The Bridgeport Indians on 103.3 WKMZ.
Quality Machine of Bridgeport has brought to you the Indians at the Half. Now back to the GoMart broadcast booth. Go for good times, go for GoMart. Here again is Travis Jones.
Ready for the start of the third quarter of play here. Need to congratulate the homecoming queen, who is Andy McCall. One of the senior princesses wins the 2022 homecoming queen here at Bridgeport. Of course, we have to tie everything back to football. And Jason McCall, Andy's father, is the head coach of the Bridgeport Pee Wee football team.
Oh, okay, good. Congratulations, and that's something his daughter will never forget. Homecoming queen, you'll remember that forever.
All right, we're ready to go. Princeton will get the ball to start quarter number 3. Bridgeport leading here 10-7 on the strength of a 23-yard boot from Taylor Thomas.
Well, needless to say, this is huge for Bridgeport. They're going to get the ball first. You're up 3, which you got that accomplished. You wanted to lead going into the half with them getting the ball first. Now let's come out here and make a good defensive stand. We've got to do a better job of stopping the inside zone run game.
All right, retape for Marquel Lowe, so he's out there, but looked a little gimpy as he jogged out to perhaps take this kickoff. Dom Collins is opposite side of the field of him. Taylor Thomas ready to boot it to get this third quarter under play. And they're going to kick it too low. Tested the ankle at the 15, 20. And he's going to be gang tackled by John Bender and company at the 25-yard line. And we'll hold that to about a 9-yard return. So we'll see how Lowe didn't look as spry on that return. And he's going to actually come out.
I was going to say, he's hobbling off the field there. I'm not sure he's going to be able to go.
Yeah, he needs his feet, no doubt, in his running game, and a lot of lower leg drive, too.
All right, so we'll see a lot of Brody Rice here in the second half, and, of course, a lot of Grant Cochran's arm. 1st and 10, ball at the 26-yard line. Pistol set. As Cochran is ready, takes the snap, handoff goes to Rice. He hits the pile. The pile moves for a yard or two, and that's it. Testing that Bridgeport interior line. And typically the Indians are up to the task, and they are there with Bo Ford off the bottom of the pile. Gain of a yard, 2nd down and 9.
And again, that's what Brody Rice does. He's a power runner, more north-south, out of that inside zone. Got to be careful there. The quarterback can pull. He is capable of running, and he has some this year.
That's a Cochran, efficient first half of play. Stayed away from the turnover. And there he pulls it and runs it. Look out, 35, 40, 45-foot race into the 50. Down to the 40. Cochran cut back to the 30. Being chased to the 20. Cochran to the 15, and he's down at the 14-yard line.
I just mentioned that, and that's exactly what he did. Our defense converged on the tailback, and that's that zone read, keep by the quarterback, and he pulled it and got a huge run.
Yeah, big run down to the 14. They'll put it down for Grant Cochran as Bridgeport gets busted on the long run from the quarterback, the senior. All right, Tigers in business at the 14-yard line, 1st and 10.
60 yards on the run.
All right, 10:55, third quarter. Trips out wide to the right. They're outside the hash. Give the ball to Rice. He busts through. 10-5 end zone touchdown. So they formation Bridgeport that time and went trips out wide to the right. That lightened the box, and then they bust Rice up the middle, and he runs it in, and Princeton takes their first lead at 13-10 and takes them 3 plays to do it. 10:46 to play. Extra point upcoming for Casey Gesso at the post to the right. Now, if there's any doubt you're going to be in the dogfight, that has been answered. Here's a blocked extra point by Ty Martin. So that'll hold it to a 3-point Princeton lead. So the Indians grab a little momentum after that quick 3-play drive from Princeton to give them the lead. Indians will have the ball when we come back. New score, 13-10. Princeton back after this on the home of the Indians.
Hey, I just went to Eastern Pet. They aren't there anymore.
Did you go see your eye doctor too?
No. Why?
Because they moved right across the street in a big green building. You can't miss it.
Eastern Pet Supply in Bridgeport has moved right across the street to 1403 Johnson Avenue. Same great staff, same great products, but a lot more. And more exciting pet services like express curbside pickup, delivery, dog grooming, and doggy daycare. Eastern Pet Supply, 1403 Johnson Avenue in Bridgeport. Look for the big, bright green building. Eastern Pet Supply, serving North Central West Virginia for 30 years.
Well, guys, give credit where credit was due. That was just a nice coached drive by Princeton as they ran a couple of plays, back-to-back plays that Bridgeport had not seen.
Yeah, it's all that RPO or zone read, whatever you want to call it, and it all set up on the first play. The handoff to Rice. Then the quarterback came back and faked that and kept it and had a huge 60-yard run. And then right back to the ground game. And again, they've been running the football at us more so than through the air in this game. We've got to find a way to stop the run.
Guys, we have an injury on the field. Looks like they need help on their sideline.
The Bridgeport trainer is going to head over. And I can't... it's a lineman. It looks like a finger might be out. All right, here comes the kickoff from the 40-yard line. So Emily Urish, the Bridgeport trainer, goes over to attend to that lineman for Princeton. Looks like it might be Anthony Larkin. All right, here comes the kickoff. And it's an onside kick, and it's loose, and it's recovered by Princeton at the 41-yard line.
Brody Rice got the recovery.
Indians are claiming that Princeton was offsides on the kickoff, but the near side official does not agree, and Bridgeport's coaching staff is incensed. Princeton has the ball at the 41-yard line.
You know, unfortunately, I was not watching. I was watching the football, and we had one guy that had a chance to get to it, just kind of skipped by him, and then Rice was able to recover at the Indians' 41-yard line.
All right, worst case scenario, 10:43 to play. They steal a possession. That goes as a turnover. It doesn't count as one. All right, Cochran with all the momentum. Indians shift defensively. They throw it out wide, taken by Mosser. Downfield blocking. Mosser trying to get by Love. Cannot, but he has an 11-yard pickup down to the 30.
Yeah, great block out there by the inside receiver, Carter Meacham, to set that play up.
All right, 10:36 to play. Third quarter, Princeton on top, 13-10 with the ball back at the Bridgeport 30-yard line. They've gone exclusively now, last 3 plays, with these trips wide to the near side. Here's a jump pass thrown, same play, opposite side, and Mosser is going to be taken down at the 20, but that's another 10-yard gain.
Yeah, a good job again. Meacham, again over there with the lead block.
Yeah, they're just taking their, and they've got big wide receivers. I mentioned the size of Nick Fleming, 6'2", 215, and he's just latching on Kel Colasurto out here. And before Kel can get off the block or get help from the inside, it's 8-9 yards down the field. Marked it just short of the first down. It's second down on a yard. Snap, quarterback run. Cochran gets hit, and Cochran gets stood up. He'll get forward lean to the 17-yard line.
Yeah, that's the old quarterback ISO play out of the shotgun. They used Rice as a lead blocker that time. And Cochran goes 6'6", 220.
So, Chris, again, they're taking trips and putting it to the wide side of the field side, and a receiver near side, and that's just taking 3, 4, 5 guys out of the box.
Yeah, and it's stretching our defense out.
Here's a handoff to Rice, and that's how they're running the ball, and Rice has it to the 10, runs hard down to the 7. So Bridgeport is going to have to adjust here. They're playing a safety over top, and you're going to have to sacrifice that safety to the box area because they have you outnumbered. Rice has it down to the 7, 9:23 to play, and Princeton's threatening to take a 10-point lead. Rice is ready again. Takes another handoff, and this time meets resistance. Phil Reed and Aiden Sparks will gobble him up at the 8-yard line. That'll be a gain of a yard. Second down, actually it's a first down, right at the lead stick. That was third and a yard. I don't know if he got it. No, he didn't. It's third down and a yard.
Again, be careful here. They ran inside that time. Watch, keep an eye on the quarterback. He may pull it and go off either the left or right side here. Let's see how they line up.
All right, so 2 downs to get a yard. Under 9 to play, third quarter. Bridgeport's not touched the ball. Princeton on their second possession. Cochran does a check with me. He's got 10 seconds on the play clock. Now he puts Rice to his right. Indians defense stems that way. Cochran pumps, throws it, incomplete. Boy, had an open receiver look in the back of the end zone. Wide open was Nick Fleming, and he didn't see him. He threw it underneath to Collins, and it's fourth down and a yard.
Boy, this will be a huge stop here if we can get it. I mean,
no
doubt.
Mouthful there. That'd be the play of the game. 8:39 to play. And Princeton is 1 of 3 on fourth down conversions tonight.
And be careful again. I mentioned that quarterback. He can pull it if we do decide to bring pressure from our inside linebackers. And keep an eye on Cochran. He could take it out of the stomach of Rice and go off one of the sides of it.
To give it to Rice, he's a spark plug, 5'7", 200 pounds. Now they're confused on their alignment, and they're going to have to take a timeout, and that's going to be big here early in this third quarter. They'll burn one with 8:39 to play as Dom Collins was lined up to the wrong side of the field. So timeout, Princeton, 4th and 1 at the Bridgeport 8-yard line. We come back, Princeton leading 13-10. Indians football continues on the home of the Tribe.
Have you ever started something only to be sidetracked by life? You're not alone. Over 28% of Americans started college and never earned a bachelor's degree. If you have some college experience or an associate degree, Alderson Broaddus University's degree completion programs can help you get back on track. Most credits will transfer, tuition is reduced, financial aid is available, and classes are online. For more information on how you can finish your bachelor's degree, visit ab.edu.
Well, his team needs a momentum-switching play, and here's your chance. 4th and a yard, ball on your own 8-yard line, now trailing 13-10.
If you do bring pressure from your inside linebackers, your ends need to probably stay at home to set the edge just in case that quarterback does decide to pull and keep. Then again, we've seen a lot of wide receiver screens as well, where he just simply dumps it out on the perimeter and the inside receiver blocks.
Ball at the 8-yard line, 4th and a yard. Actually, a little less than a yard. Shotgun sidecar to the left of Cochran. He takes the snap. He's going to throw. He looks. He throws. It is caught by Collins. Touchdown.
Yeah, timing route.
Yeah, Ty Martin was in coverage, but he was underneath the route, and it went over his head into the hands of Collins, and he'll score it on a 4th down and 1 with 8:34 to play in the third quarter, and Princeton trying to make this a 10-point lead as they've outscored Bridgeport 13-0 here thus far in this second half. Actually 12-0, extra point pending. Well, Bridgeport blocked the last one. Snap back, hold down, and this one is up clean and through. So the Indians, with their biggest deficit of the season, down by 10 with 8:34 remaining in the third quarter. Bridgeport hopefully will get the ball first in quarter number 3 when we come back. Indians football continues. Princeton 20, Bridgeport 10. Back after this timeout on the home of the Indians.
Do you see yourself traveling, working part-time, or moving somewhere warmer when you retire? Hi, I'm Aaron Mann, your Bridgeport Edward Jones financial advisor, and I want to help make your retirement goals a reality. Let's talk about where you are, where you want to be, and how we get you there. Together, we can plan for the expected and make sure you're ready for the unexpected. Call me, Aaron Mann, at 842-5953 or visit us at edwardjones.com to get started today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Well, Princeton's come out here in the second half. They get a touchdown in 3 plays, recover an onside kick. And the Tigers score another touchdown to take a 20-10 lead.
Yeah, they gained that extra possession, and give them credit. They capitalized with another touchdown, so work to do for the Indians, but plenty of time to do so.
Bridgeport now a little more alert to the onside kick, or we'll see what they do here. Bridgeport's hurt them on the kick returns on 2, and this one they'll kick deep. Backing up is Ty Martin at the 6-yard line. Brings it over the 10, 15, out to the 20, and he is grabbed and pulled down at the 26-yard line. So Ty will be short of the 30, and Bridgeport will get the ball with 8:29 to play in the third, down by 10. A 2-possession game, so certainly not unmanageable for this offense.
No, not at all whatsoever. Get a score here, and then find a way to get a stop, and then get the ball back, and you're in position.
Let's see what adjustments Bridgeport made at in the locker room in terms of the blocking up front. Had a great opening drive, or second drive, and a great drive just before halftime, but in between that, it was tough sledding. Handoff goes to Phil Reed, and he's going to be gang tackled and stopped at the 29-yard line. He'll pick up 3 on the play.
Again, they're
first down.
They're stemming to our unbalanced side again, and they have actually now got that 6-3-2 look again. They've taken that extra linebacker and put him right back in position.
All right, second down and 7.
51 yards for Phil now on 12 carries.
Our clock at 8 minutes, third quarter. Bridgeport down 10, 20-10. Second down and 7. 9-man box. Quarterback counter, and Rohrig, and the block is not held, and Rohrig's down at the 32-yard line.
And that time they came back over the left side of the line, which is the weak side, and behind Mario Galindo. That time they did not stem. Princeton State base in their front, and was able to make the stop.
Cameron Profit made the tackle, got off the block of Ryan Hall. It's third down and 4. Third and 4. Got to get the ball to the 36-yard line. If not, this will be a big decision on fourth down. Down 10, but on the negative side of the field. Here comes Rohrig on the counter. Needs a block, gets it from Phil Reed, and Rohrig will backpedal his way out to the 38-yard line, and that'll be a yard good to the good for the first down.
Yeah, good speed that time from the freshman Moss. He was able to get over there, but Rohrig kind of was the one that initiated contact that time, and Mosser was shaken up.
Yeah, he's hurt. And Mosser may have gotten hit south of the border. Trying to make that tackle. He'll check out. And that'll put Marvalian Howard in. First and 10, ball at the 38-yard line. Here's Phil to throw. Has time. Sideline pass, caught by Brazier. 40, out of bounds at the Princeton 35-yard line. Again, Phil dropped it right in the bucket, and Brazier makes the catch down to the 33 before he's shoved out of bounds on the play by Brody Rice.
Yeah, great ball awareness by Brazier as he saw the football in the air. He stopped his route, waited for it just so he could catch it, and did a great job and got the first down. And Reed was hit as soon as he threw it.
Yeah, hung in the pocket and fired that strike, and the Indians pick up a nice pass play down to the 33-yard line. First and 10. Bridgeport down 10. Snap. Reed. They fake the toss out. Reed is going to be snowed under. No gain. Second down and 10. No blocking off that right side that time. Well, your hope is when you're in these type of games that the defensive front starts to get a little worn out as you continue to lean on them throughout the night. But if you're down 10, I'm not sure that that's a successful game plan here. Second down 10, run to Rohr. Rohr, there he goes, 25-20, 15-10-5. It's a house call for Zach Rohrig. Lightning strikes, 33 yards out for Rohr. Get a touchdown and a 6 that the Indians desperately needed.
Yeah, that's a quick score as well. A 33-yard run. Rohrig put his foot in the ground, saw a seam, and he hit that seam as fast as we've seen him run all year, and he scored it.
An extra point from Taylor Thomas to try to get this back to a 3-point deficit at the post to the left. Good one to hold it. Cam has to snap it and get the Bridgeport Indians back in the conversation. Bad snap. It's taken by Taylor Thomas, and he's going to run for the corner and going to be outnumbered and slammed down on the play by Collins and then shoved, and that's going to be a penalty. He was shoved by Dom Collins, who made the tackle, and Collins is going to pick up a personal foul. Now the question is it post-play? If it is, it comes on the kickoff. If not, the Indians can go for 2.
I think it's going to be on the play because of the way he hit him and then slung him down in the action of the play. So let's see.
Conversations after the play.
Oh, man. Tough break. Yep.
Yeah, we'll be on the kickoff, so the try for point is no good. So that keeps it at a 4-point deficit. Both teams have failed on an extra point in this game. 5:58 remaining in the third quarter, but Bridgeport gets the touchdown to get back to within 4. Back after this, you're listening to Indians football.
We are all dealing with it. Prices are going up. Whether it is the grocery store or the gas pumps, our budgets are stretched and no one seems to care. We do at the Marquette Insurance Agency.
Bella, this a pizza. It's just like my mama used to make.
Your mom's from Wisconsin.
But this a pizza. It's just like in the old country.
Okay, honey.
And the oven, it's a coal-fired, so the crust is baked to perfection.
All right, that's enough.
Mia Margarita coal-fired pizza brings out your inner Italian, whether you have one or not. Order online at miamargarita.com. Eat-in or delivery available. Check out the most authentic pizza in town at Mia Margarita Pizza.
A touchdown the Indians desperately needed. Zach Rohr delivers. Extra point no good on a snap that wasn't handled. 5:58 to play third quarter. Princeton on top 20-16. But I can assure you one thing. That is not the last points we're going to see in this game.
No, and I think Princeton's going to get the ball. We know that. Our defensive tackles need to do a good job of trying to create havoc up front here and trying to blow up the line of scrimmage on these zone reads. Whether the quarterback keeps or the inside zone from the running back, that's going to help here. So let's see what adjustments we make here.
Yeah, if they continue to spread the field like they have been sideline to sideline. All right, let's see what Taylor Thomas does with this short field to kick off. He's going to squib it, and it's a loose ball, and it goes out of bounds. It was not touched, I don't believe. That's the question. If it was touched, it goes out at the 7, and that's where Princeton gets the ball. There's no marker, and that's how they're going to rule it. They're going to say, I believe, that Mosser touched it.
Yeah, I believe he did. At least that's what I saw. That doesn't always mean it's right, though.
Now the question is it, if you touch it, is that possession? Or do you have to have possession of it?
No, as long as you touch it, it goes out. That's where the ball's at.
That's where the ball's at. It's at the 7-yard line. So that's a break there, and a good job by Taylor Thomas.
That's
to place that one perfectly. You're right.
And good call by the coaching staff, knowing, okay, we're thinking, okay, most people think touchback. No, let's kick it and squib it and try to pin him back, and that's what happened.
Okay, Princeton has not turned the football over, and this would be a perfect time. You know, it's homecoming night, so they need to start to cooperate here.
Back in the 3-by-1.
First and 10, ball at the 9-yard line, and they'll throw it out wide. It's caught by Mosser, and Mosser breaks a tackle, runs into Josh Love, and he's down short of the lead stick. It's going to be a 9-yard gain. May have gotten to the lead stick, to the 19. Yeah, they're really pressing Bridgeport's corners, putting a lot of pressure on them. And you know the deep ball's coming soon because they've been setting it up with those underneath throws. It is a first down to the 19-yard line. Cochran also throws it quickly, so Bridgeport unable to get a lot of pressure on the quarterback. First and 10, ball at the 19-yard line. Snap, Cochran going to throw it, pass is caught, Fleming missed tackle, And he'll be slung down by Cam Hess at the 24. Cale Colasurto read it perfectly, but could not secure the tackle. So instead of a no gain, it turns into a gain of 6, second down and 4. Right from the 25-yard line. 20-16 Princeton, 5:07 third quarter, clock on the move.
Yeah, they're stretching us horizontally to attack us vertically, and that's what's worked for them here in the second half.
All right, second down and 4, we'll call it. Here's a give to Rice, and Rice will lean forward, tackled by Cam Hess, but Hess took the brunt of that helmet from Rice right in the sternum, and that shoved him a little bit forward. And I mentioned Brody Rice's stature. He is, I'll be shocked if he's not a wrestler. 5'7", 200 pounds. Picks up 3, third and yard.
Yeah, big third down here.
All right, so let's see what Grant Cochran comes up with. He was an all-state quarterback as a sophomore. Third and yard. Indians walk up Hess. Hand the ball off to Rice. Rice first down. Breaks a tackle. Rice out at the 43-yard line.
And Aiden Sparks just missed him. If he would have got him, he would have held him to about a yard. He just flat missed him there about at the line of scrimmage.
Well, he's a hard guy to bring down with one guy. You got to get a solid shot on him. And could not. Mar Summers will come out. Ryan Jones will come in. Try to give Bridgeport a fresh defensive tackle. Summers battling a cramp issue. All right, first and 10, ball at the 43. Rice gets it again. This time he slowed up and dropped line of scrimmage.
Yeah, good job there on that little outside zone there, I guess you could say. It was designed to go inside. He bounced it outside. Good job by the defense.
Yeah, he's a north-south runner, so if you get him moving side to side, that's advantage defense. No gain on the play, second down 10. So the Indians win on first down.
And that's key. You want to force them in the second and long.
3:15 remaining, third quarter. Princeton leading 20-16. Led 20-10 before Bridgeport's touchdown. Indians run blitz. Cochran hit as he throws. And it is caught, and a great tackle out on an island by Josh Love. Will hold that pass out to the wide side of the field to just the 45-yard line. A short game to Carter Meacham's completion. It's third down and 8.
Great job there on the pressure. He was hit as he threw, and then the great job on the tackle. Third down coming up.
Yeah, here you go. Big opportunity here for Bridgeport's defense to force the first 3 and out for Princeton in this second half and just the second on the night.
And I like that pressure up the middle on the zone read, so let's keep it up.
All right, third and 8. 2:25 from the 45. Cochran is ready. Takes the snap in the pocket. 4-man rush. Now late pressure, and he cranks and fires. Double covered and incomplete. Trying to hook up with Meacham, and the Indians had him blanketed. Ty Martin underneath, roaring over top, and heat in the kitchen as the quarterback got hit. Ryan Hall.
Thank you. Took the words right out of my mouth. Good job by the senior Hall.
All right, here comes the punt team. But hold your breath.
Yeah, you never know, right? They've had 3 different punters this year, so let's see who's out there now.
There's the Giacomo. He punted the first time as well. All right, he's standing back at the 32-yard line. Ty Martin wait to receive. Here comes the pressure, and I think they got a piece of it, or did they? No, they're going to call. They're going to call running into the punter, I believe.
Yeah, this won't be roughing. At least it shouldn't be.
Ball's down at the 12-yard line. And it looked like it was Mario Galindo that got in on the punt. The Bridgeport coaches are saying the ball was tipped. But a flag came out, and that would be a 5-yard penalty. But Princeton might go for it on 4th and 3 at midfield. Well, now the officials are going to have a conversation as to whether or not the ball was deflected.
The way it came off the foot, it looked like it was, but I couldn't tell myself.
Nope, they're going to call it.
So this will make it about 4th and 3 or thereabouts.
All right, ball comes to the 50. And Princeton.
Oh, if I'm Princeton, I'm going.
They're declining it. They're declining the penalty, so they're going to back Bridgeport up.
Wow, I'm very surprised there. Let's make them pay, offense. Let's go. That right there could be a big swing in this game. Remember that. They would have had a 4th and 3. Instead, they declined. Bridgeport football.
Right, so we were paying attention at this end. The ball was down at the 12. So that's where the Indians will take it over here.
Well, let's see if Rory can go 88.
Yep, got the stop. That's what you needed.
And Rory's known for some long runs in his career.
All right, 2:03 to play. 20-16. Indians backed up deep, but have the ball with a chance to regain the lead with a touchdown on this drive. Snap, and Reed runs into the pile, then gets bent backwards at the 14-yard line, picks up 2 yards.
And they really filled the gaps there, did Princeton. All the linebackers and the one safety come up flying to the football.
A gain of 2. Second down to 8.
Again, what that does, though, for Coach Ferris and his offensive staff, so they can keep pounding that middle, and then all of a sudden you can pop one around the edge.
Right out of the huddle, 10 on the huddle clock, 125 on the third quarter game clock. Rourke, right side, contacted, pushes the pile out to the 20, picks up 6.
Good hard run there for Zach.
There wasn't a lot to work with there, made the most of it. Following the lead blocking on that play from Ryan Hall, Mario Galindo. All right, 3rd down and 2 from the 20, the Bridgeport 20-yard line.
They have Rorig right now unofficially 115 yards on 14 carries.
He came in 205 away from 1,000 on the season. Already has 1,000 in his career. 3rd down and 2. Rorig, another carry, hit, gives ground, breaks a tackle, and tackled at the 20. They just kept bringing waves at him. He was able to break one in the backfield, but then Dom Collins got him off his feet, and here comes a big decision from Tyler Ferris. You go back to the Fairmont Senior game, he went for it deep in Bridgeport's own end on a 4th down and 2, and that led to the game-winning touchdown. And the Indians are going to go again.
These are the situations why I'm glad up here, not down there.
Wait for the quarter guys. Yep. Doesn't have to snap it again. Remember at Fairmont, they ran Brazier on the wing around. 4th and 2, and the quarter will expire. So we'll head to the 4th quarter of action, and a big decision upcoming for Tyler Ferris with Bridgeport trailing 20-16 as we head to quarter number 4. Back in a moment. Indians football continues in the 4th quarter after this.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
Hat Boyle Funeral Home, just off of I-79 and Jane Lou.
The only thing matters is the win. That's it. Whatever it takes.
Join us every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. from Mia Margaritas at Charles Point for the Tyler Ferris Show on 103.3 WKMZ. Or watch the show on Facebook by following the Indians Radio Network.
Oh my gosh, dear, I can't remember if I took my medicine.
No surprise there. Our anniversary was last week.
Oh.
Let's go to Community Pharmacy. They take the guesswork out of taking your meds.
Forgetting anniversaries? Sorry, but Community Pharmacy does offer medication packaging that organizes your meds into morning, noon, and evening, plus free local delivery and a full line of medical equipment, supplies, and rentals. Your locally owned and trusted hometown pharmacy, Community Pharmacy, Johnson Avenue in Bridgeport. No long lines, and we know your name.
Start of the 4th quarter, 4th and 2 from the Indian 20. Offense is out there. Needing 2 yards on 4th down. Snap, Rourke, hit, dropped in the backfield at the 16-yard line.
Yeah, Brody Rice came right through there on the run blitz. No one picked him up, and we lose yardage. They have the ball 1st down.
All right, so the ball back to the 16-yard line.
And that's been the story of this game, has been the Tiger defense as well. Yeah, our defense has to bow up here, at least hold them to 3 if we can.
All right, 11:56 to play. Again, Bridgeport did that against the Fairmont Senior Polar Bears, and it worked. Deep in your own end.
Sudden change here. Let's go, defense.
And you got a senior quarterback with blood in the water. Cochran takes the snap. Quick throw out. It is caught, and Cale Colacerto makes the tackle. They're going to give him forward progress to the 15-yard line. He ended up at the 19 on the tackle, but will get a yard on the play.
Yeah, RPO game again. He faked it to the running back and a little wide receiver screen. That time the inside receiver did not get his block, and Cale Colacerto made this time.
That's 2nd down and 9. Clock at 11:30 and rolling. Bridgeport down by 4. Shotgun sidecar to the left. Trips out wide to the left. Snap. Cochran pumps. Throws. Back corner of the end zone. Incomplete. Looking for Collins at the pylon in the back. Did not make the catch. Ty Martin was with him stride for stride. And the down goes to 3rd and 9.
A little bit of a shove, not much. Ball was just overthrown there, incomplete. Good coverage there as well. Here we go. 3rd down and 9. Need a big stop here.
And again, they got a good kicker in terms of a leg.
And if they do decide to kick, that would put them up 7.
Yep.
So let's see how they handle this. Go defense.
From the 15, motion Rice out of the backfield. Snap back to Cochran. He throws over the middle and no one home. Closest receiver was Ty Martin. Miscommunication there on the routes. And if Martin was no fault of his own, if he's 2 yards deeper, that's an easy interception.
Collins ran a square in, and Cochran threw the out. Well, miscommunication there. That works to our advantage. This will be about a 31-yard field goal, 32-yard field goal post to the left.
Giso is on. Trying to add 3 and make this a 7-point lead with 11:08 to play. Bad snap, loose ball, tackled is the holder at the 26-yard line. Had no shot at it. It came rocket firing back. And the Indians get a stop, and how about that? Indians turn the ball over at the 19, their own 19, and they'll get it back on their own 26-yard line 4 plays later. Well, needless to say, a huge turn of events. Let's see if that lights the fire under the Indian offense. 11:04 to play. Bridgeport down 4 with the ball back at the Indian 26-yard line. Wing to the right is Charlie Brazier. Snap back to Rohrig. Rohrig dances in the hole and just can't get that kick-out block they need. That's Carter Meacham, who is unmovable on that play, and Rohrig is down with no gain. 2nd down 10.
They are literally flying to the line of scrimmage with 10 guys right now in that 6-3-2 look. Only one safety's kind of staying deep, really selling out to the run game.
Yeah, misdirection. Got to come misdirection with something and make them pay for that aggressiveness.
Or a pass.
Yep, 2nd down, 10. Ball at the 26-yard line. Here's Phil to throw. In the pocket, steps up, drops the football, trying to run forward at the 20, and Princeton recovers.
Oh, man.
Phil Reed running up in the pocket, just dropped it, and Reed, I believe, is injured on the play at the 20-yard line, trying to get that ball back. So things go from bad to worse. The Indians turn it over for the 2nd time. Reed is on his back at the 20. So with 10:17 to play, this nightmare second half continues as Phil Reed shaken up on the play. We'll step aside. Princeton will have the ball again deep in Bridgeport territory. 10:17 remaining. Back after this timeout on the home of the Indians.
We're all dealing with it. Prices are going up. Whether it is the grocery store or the gas pumps, our budgets are stretched and no one seems to care. We do at the Marquette Insurance Agency. With multiple industry-leading companies like Nationwide and Progressive to choose from, We'll find you the right insurance deal for you to create some room in your budget. You can find us in Bridgeport or Philippi. Marquette, the insurance agency you keep.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Shinston Ace Hardware, your local hardware specialist on South Pike Street in Shinston, has you covered. Whether you need a key cut, a nut, a bolt, or your propane tank filled, Shinston Hardware has all your hardware needs. You need paint? They got you covered with thousands of colors from Benjamin Moore Paints. Shinston Ace Hardware also has your outdoor needs covered as well. They are your premier steel dealer in Harrison County. Shinston Ace Hardware, South Pike Street in Shinston.
Phil Reed's up and walking off under his own power. We'll get Brent to get us a sideline injury report, but I'm assuming he probably got hit in the head going after that loose football. At the 20, all right, so defense without your middle backer and leader. We'll have to set up shop here and try to do it again.
And they moved Ryan Hall now to the middle linebacker spot.
Plenty of time, 10-17 to play. Again, if you can hold them to a field goal. A touchdown would be a much tougher climb, just mentally. Collins in motion. And they hand the ball off to Rice, and he is going to be hit in the backfield and ridden down by Bo Ford back at the 22.
Yeah, great job there by the defense, blowing up that zone read. That's pressure up the middle. That's what does that.
Yeah, a lot of action going on in the backfield there with Collins coming across, and he was right at the mesh point when they snapped the ball, so you weren't sure if they handed it to him initially. And eventually they handed it to Rice. Second down and 12. Cochran looks to the sideline. Play clock is at 10 seconds. Game clock at 9:40. Snap. Cochran pulls it, and he runs. He's being chased. He throws it in the hole. It's caught by Fleming. Fleming inside the 20. He's going to be gang tackled at the 17-yard line and ripped down. Bo Ford, Cale Colasurto there. And that was a nice play there by the quarterback, Cochran, just to make something of that as he was being chased out of the pocket, but it's 3rd down and 7.
Hey, guys, I got an update on Phil.
His shoulder?
It's a shoulder. It's a shoulder that's been tweaked all year, and they're just putting some extra padding on it. He's going to be going back in.
All right, 3rd down and 7 here.
Well, Phil's one of the toughest kids in the state of West Virginia, no doubt.
Haven't sacked Cochran yet tonight. This would be a great chance. Right here, pressure comes, throws over the middle, caught, 10-yard line, 5, Collins weaves his way in, touchdown. Cochran found him center of the field, and then Collins did the rest. He's in with 8:43 to play in the 4th quarter, and Princeton extends the lead to 10 at 26-16.
3rd touchdown catch tonight for Dominic Collins.
Yeah, had 2 catches the entire game last year against Bridgeport. All right, extra point, post to the left. Giso is on to try to make this an 11-point lead. High snap, kick on the way. It is up, it is good, and the Princeton Tigers, the number 13 team, coming in, needing a big win with just 9 games on their schedule, and they're 8:43 away from that indeed. 27-16, Princeton takes the lead on the Bridgeport Indians. We'll be back. Indians football continues on the home of the Tribe.
Things can happen fast after an accident that can affect your claim against an at-fault driver and your rights to insurance benefits. The lawyers at Cooper Law Office can help you with your accident-related damage and injury claims and can help to make sure that all your rights are protected along the way. Call Cooper Law Offices as soon as possible after your accident at 304-842-0505. If you hire Cooper Law Offices, you can rest assured your claim is preserved and your rights are protected. Cooper Law Offices. Legal advice for accident victims. CooperLawWV.com.
Well, the Tigers convert on a 3rd down and 7 on a touchdown pass for Cochran to Dom Collins. And Bridgeport's been outscored here in this second half of play, 20-6.
Yeah, the first drive of the second half really set the tone, and once they scored there, they kicked that onside kick, and they've had momentum ever since. We got it back here after that last stop, then we turned it over, and then they scored again.
Giso to kickoff. Bridgeport does have all their timeouts remaining, but they need the ball twice. Down 11. Here comes the kickoff. Love to get an easy one here. Ty Martin at the 7 over the 10, 15, 20. Out to the 25, and he's gang tackled, or actually singular tackler at the 25-yard line by DiGiacomo.
I tell you what, they are tackling everything tonight. This has been a very good, fundamentally sound tackling football team in this game. And that's why their defense has played so well. We haven't seen one tackle this well since the Morgantown game. So here we go, offense, got work to do.
Yeah, Phil Reed back in with the bad shoulder. It's his left shoulder. And he's a righty throwing, so should not affect any passing. Kel Colasurto will come out. He was in to start that huddle, not knowing if Phil was coming back in, but he does. 1st and 10, ball at the 25-yard line. Snap and a run up the middle, and falling over the pile after the 28-yard line. On the play is Phil Reed. He'll pick up 4 yards. Clock now not a friend to Bridgeport. 8:25 to play.
Princeton back in that 6-3-2 look. They've been using most of the game. They've been active in that front.
Colasurto in for Rohrig. You got to give this team a lot of credit. Bridgeport went down there last year and basically just rung it up on them. Scored 42 points. Colasurto lined up as a flanker. Inside give to Brazier. Brazier slows up, and he's going to churn and get a little extra fall forward to the 33-yard line, but that's going to be short of the first down by 2. 3rd down to 2 upcoming. Have an injured Tiger that will stop the clock. That'll be an advantage for Bridgeport as we'll check on the injury. It looks like it might be a cramp for a Princeton Tiger. 7:47 to play. Things get no easier for Bridgeport next week on the road at Musselman.
No, they don't. Musselman next week, and then the end of the season for Lincoln. But first things first, we got to try to come back here against Princeton here tonight.
All right, 3rd and a yard, long yard when play resumes, and it is the defender getting to his feet. That's Brian Rode.
Princeton really flying to the football, shedding blockers, getting to the ball carriers, tackling with a purpose. You can see it. They look like the quicker team right now on defense. They really are playing with confidence.
All right, 3rd down and a yard. .747 clock resumes. Princeton leads 27-16. This team nearly beat Lord Botetourt, one of the perennial powers in Virginia. Rohrig runs, 1st down. Taken out at the 38-yard line by Carter Meacham. So move the sticks. 1st and 10, ball at the 38. Clock will stop momentarily. Indians need a chunk play here. You know, every second that ticks away, that just puts more and more pressure if you do score on your defense to get a quick stop. Need a chunk. Safety's about 8 yards off the line of scrimmage. Here comes the pass look. Phil's hit as he throws. It's intercepted. 45-yard line, 50. Down to the 40. And stepping out of bounds at the 35-yard line on that interception is Brad Mosser, as Phil Reed throws his first interception of the season.
And that was the key. Hit as he throws, and then the ball was underthrown and picked off by Mosser, who stepped in front of the intended receiver to the near side. 3-man route, and that was the right place to go with him, but as soon as he got hit, that caused the ball to be underthrown and intercepted. 3rd turnover of the night for the Bridgeport Indians, and the onside kick recovery for Princeton. Basically 4, yeah. Yep. In the 3rd quarter. And now the Tigers are in the driver's seat. 7:05 to play in the 4th quarter. 27-16. Cochran takes the snap, throws out wide. It's caught by Mosser. Mosser, look out, 25-20. Foot race down to the 10, and he's down at the 5-yard line. Well, Grant Cochran has almost played the perfect game tonight. He has, and it's been a quick passing game. They've really stretched us horizontally in the passing game and attacked us vertically with the run game. It's been that simple.
Ball down to the 7-yard line. Tigers are threatening to blow this one open. 6:57 remaining in the fourth quarter. First and goal, ball at the 7-yard line. Rice in the backfield with Cochran. Take the snap, hand it to him. Indians key on him, but still at the fight to try to get him down at the 6, and then a flag comes in, and I'm not sure Bridgeport didn't grab him by the face mask in the process.
Yeah, I'm afraid so. That's kind of what I saw, but we'll see what the referees say.
I mean, like I remarked earlier, Rice, even if you get a clean shot on him with one guy, it's nearly impossible for one guy to bring him down. And it looks like that's going to be the call on Bridgeport, perhaps a face mask. And they're going to call that a personal foul face mask.
You know, this is why every defensive coach will tell you the game plan is to stop the run first, no matter if it's a spread offense or a single wing offense. And that's been the story tonight. It's Princeton's run game has been able to set up their quick passing game to the outside. And that's the story, plus their defense.
All right, so it is a first down to the 3-yard line, first and goal. Princeton in no hurry here. They can run this clock down to about 6 minutes and 13 or so seconds. Shotgun sidecar to the right. Cochran takes the snap, hand off to Rice. Rice falls to the 1. It'll be second down and goal to go. Ball at the 1-yard line.
Good job by that offensive line for Princeton, quickly firing off that football. A little inside zone off the left side. And they got the ball right at the 1.
Yep, 6-minute mark, clock rolling. Princeton leading 27-16. Bridgeport led 10-7 at the half. And the Tigers have scored 3 second-half touchdowns and held Bridgeport to just a touchdown. Second and goal from the 1. Rice is ready. Takes the handoff. Dives over the pile. He's in for the Princeton touchdown. So the Princeton Tigers have extended their lead with 5:33 to play, fourth quarter, to 33-16.
I'll tell you one thing, if they play like this the rest of the year, they're going to be a hard team to beat. I don't care who it is. And they were battle-tested coming in here, and it showed.
Yeah, they needed this win in the worst way for their playoff hopes, and honestly, it puts Bridgeport in a very tough situation now going forward, because that game next week against Musselman becomes
the game
huge.
Like Princeton had tonight.
Yes,
yeah, we need to play
huge.
desperate.
Because if not, you're looking at a AA Lincoln team as your last hope, and not saying Bridgeport wouldn't get in the playoffs, but
you want to host the first round playoff game.
That would probably be.
Guys, they just called a dead ball unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, they did. So a celebration penalty.
I haven't seen a team tackle like this since Spring Valley came in here a few years ago, and the way they tackled and the way they dominated that game at the line of scrimmage. A little different game plan from Spring Valley at that point, but this is exactly how Princeton has played tonight. They seem like they've been firing off the ball a little quicker, and they just seem like that. I don't know. It's just a strange look, but give them credit. They've earned it.
Yeah, as you mentioned, even the Morgantown game, Bridgeport looks back on that one and didn't have Rohrig and made some mistakes and felt like they had a chance and did have a chance, even late in the game, had the ball, marching for a potential game-winning touchdown. This game, this second half, Bridgeport's it's been an uphill climb.
Yeah, and they have just whipped us here in the second half, let's be honest. It all started on that first drive, plus the onside kick, and boom. And like I said, Bridgeport very successful when they're playing from in front, but from playing from behind makes it a little bit hard. And Princeton was just flying to the football. They knew they had to lead. They were just coming right at the ball carriers there in this third and fourth quarter.
All right, they had marked the penalty off, and now.
So, guys, they wanted it on the kick the entire time, but this officiating crew was unaware of that.
All right, well, now they're aware. So Yeah, you take it on the kickoff for the field position. Let them have the point here. 17-18, what's the difference? High post to the left. Well, the snaps have been high all night for them. Good job by the holder to get it down, and they'll kick it up and through. That's Chance Barker who puts it up and through. All right, Indians trail 34-16, 5:33 remaining in the fourth quarter. Indians football continues after this timeout. Home of the Tribe.
Whether it's getting the kiddos to school,
I love you. Bye, Mom.
or taking it off-road and uphill.
Oh, yeah! Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Woohoo! Yeah! Oh, yeah, baby!
We've got the right tires for you.
Stop by a Glotfelty Tire Center and talk to one of our tire pros with locations in Bridgeport, Parkersburg, and Elkins.
.533 to play here in the fourth quarter. Princeton Tigers trailing 10-7 at halftime, now lead this game 34-16. Last meeting between these teams, no more in the contract on the books. Princeton's picked up a couple of teams out of the state of Virginia.
Yeah, believe it or not, talking to West McKay this week, they're actually still looking for a 10th game next year. They picked up a couple teams, like you said, but they still only have 9. Any coach would love to play 10. They're having that trouble this year if 9. That's why this game was so important for them.
Yep, no doubt. All right, 5:33 to play, 34-16.
Well, a big kick return here for a score would be huge if you can get it.
There's a kickoff. Roared back at the 18-yard line. Over the 20, 25, out to the 30. Swings near side and is going to put a shoulder down and runs into Dom Collins. Actually knocked Dom Collins into a teammate.
He did.
They collide here on the near sideline. And Collins he got hit from Rourke and then hit on the other side from Profit. Gain to the 41-yard line. Bridgeport will take over. But, 5:26 to play with all 3 timeouts. If you're playing, a typical offense, maybe it's not over, but this offense is not built for comebacks, particularly tonight against the way this team's tackled. I mean, Princeton's, it'll be a rare 59-yard touchdown run if you break one off here.
They're taking an extra linebacker out of the box now, playing him deep.
Snap and a give to Phil, 45-50, and Reed will be slung forward across midfield down to the Princeton 47-yard line. So that'll move the sticks on a 12-yard pickup for Big Phil Reed. 5:17 to play. Bridgeport came in number 5 and had an outside shot at getting to 3 if they would win out. Most likely 4. I'll give you the good news scenario here in a moment because I know you're looking for one. Snap and a give. Charlie Brazier. Jump cut. Charlie takes it down to the 42-yard line. Here's the good news. Good news is Martinsburg was likely going to be 5. So you were going to get them if you were 4 in the second round. Now, who knows? Bridgeport could finish anywhere at this point, depending on the outcome of the next 2 weeks, or having a home playoff game or being on the road in the opening week.
Yeah, bottom line is get this game through, and then let's concentrate on the apple for next week.
Second down, 6. Here's a give to Ty Martin. Coming around the corner, and there he goes. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
Yeah, good job. Martin came in motion, and they just handed it to him on what looked like a fly sweep, and he scored. Touchdown. 42-yard run.
And we talked misdirection. There it was, but may have come a touchdown too late. 4:21 to play. 34-22. Extra point from Taylor Thomas. Get you back to 11 with 4:21 remaining. Again, you got all 3 timeouts left. High snap. Good hold. Thomas's kick is up. That kick is good. All right, 34-23. Back to an 11-point game. So back to a 2-possession Princeton lead. We'll take a break. Indians football continues late in the 4th. Indians trailing. The home of the Tribe.
Coming to Morgantown this fall to watch the Mountaineers? Make Bridgeport your home base for every Mountaineer game. Just down I-79 from Morgantown, Bridgeport has an abundance of convenient lodging, fabulous local dining, and shopping options. Bridgeport is the perfect spot to make game day a part of a fun and memorable weekend getaway. Learn more about all there is to do at greater-bridgeport.com. That's greater-bridgeport.com.
Now Ty Martin's touchdown run gets the Indians within sniffing distance here with 4:21 to play. We'll see what happens here on this. I go onside kick. I mean, at this point, what do you got to lose?
Yeah, and in high school football, you just never know on these onside kicks. Really, you don't. So you got a great chance, a much higher percentage of recovering these than you do at the college or pro level. Give it a shot.
Yeah, look at Princeton, their front line. They're not expecting that because they've got some big guys up front right here.
And you could also pooch it behind that second line and maybe run down and recover it too.
Yeah, you nearly did that once already. So Princeton does have their hands team in the second line, and here comes the squib, and it's going to be taken and immediately dropped at the 38-yard line. So the Tigers will get the ball with 4:20 to play, and if Princeton wants to turn it over one time at Wayne Jamison Field before they leave, this would be a perfect invite for them to do so.
You know, the turnover margin this year hasn't been great. I think we're on the minus side of that now.
You're underwater now.
Yeah, for
minus
the season.
2.
Yeah, for the season.
2.
That's a big stat right now in this season, right now as we speak.
Well, the fumbles.
Mm-hmm.
They've been way too many, and that's what's going to be Bridgeport's undoing possibly tonight. That second fumble, or that, you turn it over on downs at the 20, but then you fumble it away at the 19. That's bad news. Oh, here comes Charlie Brazier headhunting on Cochran as he tries to slide. And if that's Sunday, they put Charlie in handcuffs. And because you might have that with Tom Brady, you do 10 to 15 years on that one.
Yeah, and on that zone read keep by the quarterback, the ball was fumbled a little bit. There was an opportunity, but that's just how the ball's bounced tonight. Really, it has into their side. Hey, credit them. They've earned it.
It's second down, 7, 3:50 to play.
And they're just going to run clock. I mean, they'll just let that clock run. They'll check the sideline, and they'll get to the play and probably snap with about 2 seconds on the clock.
34, 23, 3:35. Snap and a give to Rice. Rice avoids a defender in the backfield and runs it over the 46.
Yeah, he broke through a bunch of arm tackles. We're tackling from a lot of arms right now. We finally wrap him up at the 46.
So this will be a 3rd and 2. Kind of surprised Bridgeport didn't use their timeouts here on this drive.
That's the time to use them.
All right, 3rd and 2 from the 46-yard line. And again, they won't snap it until it's 2:40-ish. And now they're going to stop the clock.
Equipment problem maybe on Bo Ford.
Yeah, on Bo Ford.
He may have blood on his arm or hand or something.
Send him out of the game. Ryan Jones will come in. And now they're going to reset the play clock and start the clock again. Yeah, so now they can take the clock down to 2:30.
Tyler Ferris not happy with the near side referee on that.
Now he's going to go to the other official.
They got to stop him here. That's
play
the
clock
first thing.
at 5. Give to Rice. Hit. Dropped in the backfield. Here comes the timeout. No gain. And that'll stop it with 2:34 to play.
So 2 timeouts left, Travis. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, and again,
let me explain what Ferris was upset about there. The play clock had worked down to 10 seconds, and then they run in and escort Bo Ford out of the game because of an equipment problem or blood. But then they reset the play clock, which they will do, and then rolled the clock again. So
the worst part, guys, is it was a sleeve, not blood, a sleeve.
Well, that's probably the reason why Tyler Ferris was hot.
Was it blood on the sleeve, Brent, or just what?
Oh, no, it was his pad was coming out of his shoulder there at the sleeve.
That's ridiculous.
Yep.
I mean, that happens in football every day of the week. You can see it happen on every play. Okay, 4th down here. And we'll get the football back, it appears.
Yep, 2:34 to play. See if he can get some pressure on the punter. DiGiacomo. He's punted twice tonight.
Yeah, a block punt here would be big.
They're not.
Yeah,
there he is. There he is.
DiGiacomo's out there.
Well, a block or a return would be critical right now if we can get it.
Ty Martin, deep to receive. 2:34 to play. Bridgeport trails by 11. And DiGiacomo does his job. Martin has to call for fair catch. Makes it at the 23.
Yep.
So now you need a touchdown. And you need the ball back.
And an onside kick attempt, yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. Well, let's get the touchdown first. I expect us to go quick here. No huddle, hurry up. It's kind of what we did at the end of the first half and got a field goal out of it. If you got a chance to kick a field goal, you probably do that as well. Take the points, then go for the onside, make it a one-possession game.
Toss out. Coming to Rohrig. Rohrig going to scoot out of bounds at the 30. Pick up 6 yards. Stop the clock with 2:23 to play.
Yeah, smart run there by Rohrig.
So gain on the play of 7.
126 for Rohrig now on 18 carries. About a hard-earned 126 yards.
No doubt. Nothing has come easy tonight. I'm going to be curious to go back and watch the film and count how many missed tackles Princeton had. It's going to be less than 10. Motion, give to Phil Reed, and he rumbles for a first down. That'll stop the clock. 36-yard line with 2:20 to play. Move the sticks. Indians get up quickly on the huddle, or on the ball. Don't huddle. Clock winds with 2:15. Snap, Rohrig. Running to the outside, 45. Rohrig runs into his own player and then falls forward for the first down to the 48 as he collided with Quinn D'Amato, the center. Indians 52 yards away, 2:06 to play. Up on the ball, ready to snap it. Clock winds, snap, Rohrig run, makes a cut, stumbles as he's trying to get out of bounds in front of Mosser. And Phil Reed is, and look, they're laying on Phil Reed. I think they might have their, they had their face mask attached momentarily. They get that taken care of.
I tell you,
say blatantly, Profit was laying on Reed. Well, it's because he couldn't get up.
I tell you, the other thing Princeton defensively has done well is set the edge defensively, especially from their safeties. Mosser, only a freshman, has been good defensively setting the edge tonight.
Second down and 11. Motion. Reed back to pass. Throws it into the flat. Ty Martin makes the catch. Martin dances. Got to run to the outside. He gets slung down.
Yeah, I mean, he got to run to the outside there. His dancing enabled the defender to come up and bring him down.
Yeah, right there, you got to get out of bounds. Even if you sacrifice a few yards. Dom Collins made the tackle. We're down to 117. Indians third down and 6. Inside give to Ty. Ty gets the first down and gets out of bounds and gets shoved by Mosser. Out of bounds, hops up, he's okay. All right, got the first down and moved the sticks to the 41. Cale Colasurto is going to check in with 1:09 remaining. So Bridgeport will throw most likely here.
Good job.
Brazier also in.
Yep, good job on Martin to get out of bounds that time.
1:09 left. Princeton leading 34-23.
Colasurto split out wide to the right.
Snap back, Phil Reed to throw. Has all day. Now he's being chased, and he's going to unload it to the sideline. And Colasurto working back to the ball. Incomplete. They got to do a better job keeping Phil clean there. They only rushed 3. And still were able to chase him out of the pocket.
Yeah, it's one thing, our line, a very good offensive line,
absolutely.
But we're not used to pass pro, are we?
No, and honestly, they do a better job at it than you'd think they would.
Yeah.
All things considered. All right, second down 10. Does stop the clock with 1:03. Snap, Rohrig up the gut, 40, 35, 30, Rohrig 25, 20, 15, Rohrig 10 to the 10. He dives to the pylon, and they're going to say he's out.
Wow.
At the 1 yard line. Stop the clock with 55 seconds.
So 40 yards for Rohrig there.
All right, Indians are going to start this clock, so they got to get up on the ball. Oh, he got out of bounds.
Got out
of bounds. 55 seconds. First and goal. Ball marked at the 1. And I think Princeton was in the neutral zone, I believe. They blow it dead. They were trying to walk a linebacker up. May have forced the Indians to move. I don't know, Brent. Could you see any movement?
Yeah, he was lined up in the neutral zone.
Okay, that's what I thought. That'll be half the distance.
I tell you what, though, in that last run from Rohrig, he was back there by himself, so he took an extra guy out of the box, plus he had another safety on the opposite side. So, again, lighter box, and Rohrig was able to take advantage of that on that direct run for 40 yards.
54.1 seconds to play. Now the ball is situated inside the 1 yard line. As Bridgeport's trying to get back to a one-possession game and at least make Princeton recover an onside kick. Snap, Rohrig, right side, pushes in for the Bridgeport touchdown. So 51.6 seconds to play. The Indians will line up and go for 2 here to try to get back to within 3.
178 yards for Rohrig on the ground right now. 22 carries.
All right, so a 2-point conversion here that will make it possible. If you recover the onside kick, you could potentially get into field goal range. Toss out coming to Rohrig. Rice chasing, and will trip him up at the 2. Rice got just enough of him as Rohrig could not get around the corner. So that will hold it to a 5-point deficit at 34-29. And now Taylor Thomas needs the onside kick of his life to be perfect here. Try to give Bridgeport a chance at this one. 51.6. You got 2 timeouts, so if you can somehow come up with this football, you got life after you had none just moments ago.
Final score just in. Lewis County upends Philip Barber, who played without Deshaun Webster tonight, 35-28. Big loss for the Colts. And their playoff hopes pretty much dashed tonight. There's a lot of surprising scores around the state, not just this one. Last look, I saw Wheeling Park was up on Brook 21-20 in the third quarter.
All right, Indians will line it up. And try the onside kick. Taylor Thomas. Indians have a lot of quick guys out there. Alex Moses, a spot out there. Donovan Williams. Mark Biafor, some of the non-regulars. All right, here comes the kick from Taylor Thomas. Needs to get to the 50. And he squibs it. And it's loose. They hit Taylor Thomas, and it's a loose ball. They're piling on it. And it's Bridgeport's ball at the 49-yard line.
Here we go.
Thomas kicked it, went after it, had to avoid the ball from hitting him. And then Princeton touched it, I believe. They signaled Bridgeport ball at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, once Princeton touches that, it doesn't matter if it goes 10 yards or not. It gives a chance for the offensive team to recover.
And whose ball is it? I mean, it was just, they hit Taylor Thomas, then I couldn't tell what happened. Why are they putting the ball back at the 44-yard line?
Tyler Ferris not happy with the near side official and the rest of them.
I mean, what's the call here?
They didn't call anything.
No, they just moved the ball 5 yards and give it to Princeton.
This is unbelievable. I don't know what this is all about. There's no flag.
They must have ruled that Taylor Thomas touched the ball before it went 10 yards. That's all you can call. And Tyler Ferris.
But there was no flag.
Yeah, there was no flag thrown.
Yeah, that's illegal touching if he did touch him. That's bad. That's horrible officiating.
Yeah, Tyler is absolutely going berserk on the near side official, and here comes the flag.
That is absolutely. I don't blame Tyler. I don't blame him one bit. He has every right to be upset here. That is absolutely horrible officiating. You have to call illegal touching if it is touched by.
Yeah, they didn't call anything.
Yeah.
We got no signal from the officials on what the call was.
Oh, man.
49.9 seconds to play. Bridgeport has a pair of timeouts.
Bridgeport recovered it initially.
Yeah, they did recover
and
it.
I thought they signaled Bridgeport ball, and then once they talked about it, they said Thomas touched it before it went 10 yards. Okay, fine. That's a penalty for illegal touching, and yeah, it's Princeton ball, but they never flew a flag, and that's why Tyler's upset. He has every right to be. Now 15 yards the other way on unsportsmanlike conduct against Tyler Ferris, unfortunately there. But I don't blame him for getting it there. He had every right to get that call. He needed to get his beef in, he did.
All right, ball goes to the 29-yard line.
Well, try to force a turnover. I mean, they're going to go victory, but maybe not.
What I want to know is why do we continually get these officials we've never seen in these non-conference games? The contracts have to. We're at home, for crying out loud.
That's a valid point.
1st and 10, ball at the 29-yard line. And all Princeton has to do is take a knee, and Cochran will. Back at the 33-yard line, and Bridgeport will take one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So they just have to snap it 2 more times. Bridgeport's got a timeout left, 46.2. So for a moment, the Bridgeport Indians thought they had recovered the onside kick at the 49-yard line. That was one of those kicks where Taylor Thomas kicks it and intends to recover it himself.
Well, it's very similar to what they used on their onside kick recovery. Okay, this little kick forward, little hop, little skip kick, and could not tell if he touched it first. We end up getting the football after Princeton did touch it and did not get it initially, but they claim Taylor touched it first with no flag on the play for illegal touching. Which, by the way, if Taylor did touch it, was not at 10 yards. I can tell you that right now.
But I still argue, guys, there was no flag.
Yeah,
that's
there was no
the whole
flag.
point, yeah.
Had complete confusion as to what was going on.
Well, and it's very noticeable. The white hat won't even come over and talk to Tyler.
No. Well, he's not going to get off the field without hearing an earful. He has to come through the tunnel. All right, 46.2 to play. And Cochran takes another good snap. And Tyler's got another timeout to take. And if I was the Bridgeport coaching, I would be extremely upset with the guy on the far side who signaled Bridgeport football.
Well, I'd love to go back and look at the film on that one. But all in all, whatever happens there, I understand that, but what did us in tonight was basically 4 turnovers, 3 officially, plus that onside kick recovery they had. And Princeton, no turnovers. They played clean for the most part. They played well. They played a very good football game, and they're going to escape here with what appears to be a 5-point win.
Yeah, they need one more clean snap. 34-29, Princeton on top.
But I honestly don't blame Tyler for getting upset there.
And I'm sure it's not only frustration
there's
on
multiple.
that last play, but there's frustration with the way this game is unfolded.
Yeah. Multiple other calls, plus the frustration of the game in general was exactly the main point. You're right.
Grant Cochran in the shotgun set. Chase Smith will send it back. And he does so cleanly, and Cochran takes a knee, and the Indians can't stop it. Princeton doesn't have to snap it again. And the Indians will line up. And the Princeton Tigers are going to take a 34-29 win back home, and they needed this one in the worst way, and Bridgeport has got a week before they face a desperation game at Musselman to ensure that the Indians will get a home field game, at least in the opening round. At least that's how it looks. All right, Quality Machine Indians wrap-up kicks off after this time out on all the Indians.
At Quality Machine Company of Bridgeport, we solve problems. We're your local provider for welding, custom fabrication, machining, structural steel sales, and all types of heavy equipment and industrial repairs. Whether your business is coal, oil and gas, construction, excavating, timber, or manufacturing, Quality Machine has a solution for you and your team. We're just a few miles east of Bridgeport on Route 50. Quality Machine, if man made it, quality can fix it. QualityMachineInc.com.
We are all dealing with it. Prices are going up. Whether it is the grocery store or the gas pumps, our budgets are stretched and no one seems to care. We do at the Marquette Insurance Agency. With multiple industry-leading companies like Nationwide and Progressive to choose from, we'll find you the right insurance deal for you to create some room in your budget. You can find us in Bridgeport or Philippi. Marquette, the insurance agency you keep.
Pizza's here.
Ah, the perfect food delivered. As tasty as it is convenient.
Very true. Plate?
Thank you. Oh, wow. This is better than usual.
That's why I didn't order the usual.
What was wrong with the usual?
Nothing. Till I tasted this.
My taste buds agree.
Just wait till we go there.
East of Chicago Pizza. One bite and you'll taste the difference. Open every day for delivery, curbside, or dine-in. Order online at eastofchicagopizza.com or call 304-592-2550.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Shinston Ace Hardware, your local hardware specialist on South Pike Street in Shinston, has you covered. Whether you need a key cut, a nut, a bolt, or your propane tank filled, Shinston Hardware has all your hardware needs. You need paint? They got you covered with thousands of colors from Benjamin Moore Paints. Shinston Ace Hardware also has your outdoor needs covered as well. They are your premier steel dealer in Harrison County. Shinston Ace Hardware, South Pike Street in Shinston.
Things can happen fast after an accident that can affect your claim against an at-fault driver and your rights to insurance benefits. The lawyers at Cooper Law Office can help you with your accident-related damage and injury claims and can help to make sure that all your rights are protected along the way. Call Cooper Law Offices as soon as possible after your accident at 304-842-0505. If you hire Cooper Law Offices, you can rest assured your claim is preserved and your rights are protected. Cooper Law Offices, legal advice for accident victims. CooperLawWV.com.
At Bridgeport Express Care, your health is our priority. Bridgeport Express Care strives on offering the highest quality, affordable health care in the area. Bridgeport Express Care services include urgent care, family medicine, sports medicine, and occupational medicine, along with your basic wellness and health prevention to keep you and your whole family healthy and strong. For an appointment, stop by our facility located on Johnson Avenue in Bridgeport or call 304-842-3330 or online at bridgeportexpresscare.com.
The Bridgeport Indians on the 103.3 WKMZ Indians Radio Network continues now with the Quality Machine Indians Wrap-Up.